Yo, what is up? Apologies for late. Yeah, today I had a lot of maintenance type activities to do. And I also decided this would be a great time to move my monitors around for like the third time in the past like 2 months. But I think I really like how I have it set up now. I should take a picture. I'll do that at some point, but I'll describe it right now, alright? So I have a desk. There you go, that's a there's an explanation. No, I'm kidding. I have a like an IKEA L-shaped desk. I'm sitting kind of like right in the curve. Monitors straight ahead. Always has been like that since forever. Right? But I have this really nice CRT monitor that I've been wanting to get more use out of, but CRT monitors, CRTs in general.
Shut up, bro. SPF 15, Wilty _ Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 _ Freewave 3 in Cinnamon, entering Walmart, Weezitha Juice 123 Splian, Wilty _ Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 _ Freewave 3 in Cinnamon, entering Walmart, Weezthalian 123.
Drain Buster with the 50 months. Thank you for parrying me. Thanks, bitch. Also, this is a far to. Okay, let me continue describing. Thank you for the 50 months. Let me continue describing my setup and why I just had to do that to look at the rest of my activity feed to make sure I wasn't behind on my thinking. So nice CRT monitor. As much as I love CRTs, oh my fucking. I'm kidding. Mike, you with the 61, thanks. I don't know why I don't just, like, wait a second, finish my thought. I'm too accommodating. CRTs are really nice, but they're fucking heavy and long in the back. CRT monitors, CRTs in general. I have a really nice one. It's a SyncMaster 955DF, if you want to look that up on the database. Got that a while ago. And I want to use it for, like, more gaming that is applicable to lower resolutions, because CRTs are still best in slot for gaming. Like, new monitors are catching up, but it's motion clarity that really does it for CRTs, and they're just cool. I've been playing a lot of Melee recently. I actually entered my first tournament over the weekend. It was pretty sick. I did decently well. Not really, but, you know, for the first time. It was pretty sick. But I have it set up on the desk now. Like, right here. Man, you know, hold on. Right, hold up. And let me start the recording, too. Oh. Me, POV, I'm killing you. Let me start the recording because it's actually really cool. I'll get it part of the VOD while I'm also holding this. Yo, what is up? It's time for another day of Twilight Princess. I'm holding my webcam right now because I wanted to include this in the VOD. I was talking about why I'm late, right? Hold on. I moved my monitors around for like the third time this month. I got my CRT monitor finally on my desk. And here's you, chat. You guys are hanging on the wall on this ultra wide. That's what we're dealing with right now. That's why I'm late. Anyways, it's pretty sick. Let me fix everything now. It's a work in progress. I do want to move it, like the one that's on like the wall. It could be more to the left. So that my main monitor doesn't cover it. I just showed like every monitor in my setup except for the main one. It's just a normal one, it's just right here. Anyways. CRT LARPer. I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore that. Like I ignore 90% of posts on the internet that contain the word LARP nowadays. That shit is, people are LARPing the term LARP. Anyways, yeah. That is my situation. It's pretty sick. The idea is to use this for Slippy. Super Smash Bros. Melee and any other old games that apply to it. And ironically enough, not this game right now, because we're playing this shit normally. Let's go. It's been a hot minute since I played. We had the whole week of Game Festival, as they call it. The festival about one game. And it's Kingdom Hearts 4. That was what the whole Game Festival was about. And I Scrandle. No, we didn't do that. It's starting too late for that, but I do want to start more streams with that. I actually forgot that I mentioned that. They didn't miss anything. But we're going to be chilling here for at least 3 hours. Not a super long stream. Started late, but you know. Bye, Princess. Have you spent $400 on a modded GameCube controller yet? No, I have not. Woo! Whoa, that's loading. I have not done anything of that sort yet. I do have this controller though right now. I was using a standard blue one, but this one I found doesn't have those issues. What are like the main things that people want on modded controllers again? I know about like Z jump setups, power shielding. If you mod your conch, you can get good shit for like 150 for the juicer shit. I'm not too intent on doing that right now, at least until I understand more of what you want those for. You know, I'm not fully up on all that stuff yet. I don't even know how to shield drop. Extra notches around the control stick. What, for like specific SDI angles or all that shit? That's where, like, when the game is getting to the extent of like that sort of shit, then that feels a little corny to me. But what are you gonna do? I got a fucking compass on my controller, right, so that like I can see the perfect SDI angle. Notches for shield drop, tactile Z button. That actually would be nice. I hate the Z button because it's not tactile. Shorter LR spring snapback prevention. I haven't had any issues with snapback yet. But yeah, they're like the basic stuff. Because they eventually get bad, right? Yeah, the cheap shit like a tactile Z button. I actually did not know that existed. Oh, I have gum. Let me... Okay. I gotta get used to this new kind of monitor setup. I'm looking at a different place. It's about the same place I would look at chat, but it's higher. I like it more, though. Alright, the last thing I did. I got the damn boots. And now I'm ready. I got poise. You tried the energy gum? Yeah, that's what that was. What's up, boo-boo? That's what that was, and it tastes like normal gum, despite saying it has... I'm not sponsored. I am not sponsored. I am not sponsored. This is not a sponsorship. 60 milligram caffeine spearmint fucking gum. Right. I thought it'd be a lot more bitter and shitty. It's not. Saved a child from abduction. I guess I did do that. Yeah, I did the whole... This whole section. I got my damn boots so I can have poise now. I learned sumo strats. That shit was sick, actually. That was the last thing I was expecting would be part of this game. I'm just messing around with my OBS dock real quick because my audio mixer... Actually, it's pretty good to be aware of it, but like I'm looking at it in the corner of the screen, it's like... I'll just do this, make it smaller. There we go. Didn't need it to be that big. No part 2 Twilight P on live channel. Yeah, I've been slacking a little bit on the VODs because I had this idea of like premiering all of the VODs back when I'm back on YouTube, by the way, multi-streaming. I figured out that with the new version of OBS and the whole 1440p on Twitch shit, that I could actually still use that after all. And at the time, I was thinking like, oh, if I can't stream on YouTube at the same time, maybe I'll just like premiere all the VODs. So it's like the YouTube archive would be virtually rerunning it, you know, and I'd get to actually schedule when those reruns are, so I could have on YouTube at least like more of a daytime presence. But that feels kind of over-engineered. A new shop is open in town. I should check that out before I get into this dungeon, huh? Let me do that real quick. I'm still yapping. Right, so, fuck, what was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the archive. It's kind of it's a novel idea, I guess, when I stream to the archive and having that be reruns, so I can have, like a more of an earlier daytime presence. Even if I am kind of like tricking people into thinking that I'm live or something. Or just like doing reruns. Reruns, people usually don't care about those on a live streaming because that's like not the point. It's a novel idea, but it's not worth it. That's why the rest of the VODs haven't been uploaded yet, because I was thinking about sitting on all the uploads for it until the playthrough was done, so that it could just be like bam, 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 like every day at the same time for people to expect me to be live, but what's the point of that if I'm not live, you know? So I'll get them all uploaded and, you know, scheduled out to be normal. It was worth a try, though. I thought it'd be funny, but it's kind of whatever. This is the decompilation PC port. That's what I'm playing this on right now. It's funny that I'm not playing this on the CRT monitor that I just finally got on this desk. But if I were doing all that, then what's the point of, you know, not fucking just playing it on Wii? I want to play this on 120 FPS, 1440p. But I at least have a GameCube controller, a real one. This is the first time I've ever done like a full playthrough of anything that's been decompiled. Because, like, usually all the things that get decompiled are Nintendo first-party games that I never have played. Except for, like, Mario 64, but I only played the DS version of that. So I do want to play the decomp of that one day, too. Has anybody ever played the decomp of Mario 64, but with, like, the render 95, like, visual overhaul to the game that, like, it was meant to make it look like how all of, like, the promotional renders for that game looked, with, like, Bryce 3D mid-90s CGI? Because that looks really interesting to me. Playing it with that pack, essentially. In-game frames dropping while turning a corner. Is it? On my setup right now? Where's this store anyways? Probably this. Unless that's just where I was just in. No, I think this is a different building. Now it's not doing it. I'm gonna try and not worry too much about that sort of shit tonight. So thank you for mentioning it. This is the same place I was just in. Fuck. It says it on the map too. Could have just seen that. Okay. Yeah, if there's any one way to go insane as a content creator, especially a live streamer, is to try and like perfectly have like perfect frame pacing on like the recording and like the stream where there's no stutters. And I feel like I've gotten a pretty good method for that, but it's just a lot of extra steps. I think it's this. Sorry, I'm still yapping, right? This is still like pre-stream, you know. Hello? Oh. Can I buy? There we go. Whoa. Special shield. I've been saving up for dope-ass shit like this. Like, I've been capped at 500 rupees for like the past 2 streams. Nice. Does this game, real question, does this game, do you get like a bigger rupee pouch at one point? Or is 500 just the max? I'm assuming it's not, but you know. Yes, okay. All right, dear, thank you. You have to find the bugs? Okay. Do I even have an empty bottle? Cool. Okay, yeah, they wouldn't have let me buy that, of course. Swag. Greed pays off. Yeah, I still owe the bird money. I wonder if I'm gonna see him again. And he's gonna be pissed still. That's gonna be really funny. Don't tell me if that will happen, but, you know. That bird almost killed me, too. Because of that. Deserved, maybe. Alright, you motherfucker. I got my Havel shoes. Come on, bitch. Question mark? What do you mean? Yeah, the prompt was great. Maybe I'm strict timing. No backseato. But thank you. Fuck you. That's what I assumed. How strict could this fucking kids game be anyways? Brute!
Playing Peak IC.
Reaper Sakuraba. Yeah, this is my first ever time. First ever Zelda. Thank you for the 37 months. My first day out here. What day of the playthrough is this actually? 4 or 5? Bagel Delivery 13. With the new Prime sub. Thank you. That's a sick ass username. Oh, you know what? Yeah, if I can just press it, then I need to see how long the startup of this grab is, because I'm trying to... This is the thing that I do in so many fucking games, right? I assume it's way more involved or difficult than it actually is, so I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta like tech the grab, it's gonna be like the 12-frame link. I always thought that the prompt being grayed out means it wasn't time to press it, though. Like... Yeah, because you can't just press it in neutral. Dude, I fucking... Okay, I pressed it. As soon as it showed up that time, actually. What? I'm too smart for this? No, it's more... No, I'm not even saying that I'm smart. I'm saying that I'm assuming. Making an ass out of me and me, you know? Blackmail real? How could it be blackmail? It's I'm archiving this stream on my own volition. Oh. Why did they teach me sumo? I didn't even have to sumo that guy. They taught me fucking sumo wrestling instead of telling me you just hold the button. They taught me fucking sumo wrestling, they didn't tell you how that prompt works. It's later? Yeah, well, yeah. You know. Oh, fuck. Dude, that's so fucking stupid. Okay, they didn't tell me shit about how that worked. They told me so much other shit. Change your shield. Oh, thanks. My bad. But that's also what happens when you're a streamer and you're doing like a no backseating even over like the smallest game interactions type of philosophy. The goats can act as a tutorial early in the game. The goats in the start of the game, it's like that happens and then it's over. It's not a tutorial, it's just like if you know how to do it, then you can do it. But it's not a tutorial. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah, okay. The prompt shows up, you hold it, and then you get it. It's not, you press it right before you get hit. Like you get like some kind of parry. Maybe I'm just too new game brained on this front. But I was assuming that was like Tekken a grab or some bullshit. This is not Tekken. This shield is sick. I got the, yo, this is the Master Shield. I got the fucking Master Shield. This is Master Shield. I don't have my boots. How many people do you think just walk up the whole thing like that? Guess I'm not doing that. It's not Royal Guard. Why not? You know, that'd be sick, wouldn't it? Oh shit! What are they doing? Whoa. Oh. Can you edit the settings to allow you to walk normal speed in the iron boots in Dusklight? That sounds like some shit that... all those words you said, you could have just said, hey, yeah, can you use the PC port of the game to cheat? I mean, I guess I already have some of the... I have the built-in quality of life, and it's mostly just, like, making it kind of like the HD version in terms of how many, like, of the bugs that you need to get, and even that is, like, why do they even... Why is that even a problem for people, you know? Whatever. I'm just using default Dusklight, not like the Puritan Classic mode, but like the, you know, the other one. Seems reasonable. Was this the D-make for PC? You mean remake? Or the term is decompilation, because they... How do those work exactly? I'm not 100%. They just like rewrite all the functions of the game and basically the game itself so that you can get the disk file and then boot it up with custom code, and it's just the whole ass game. That's shit that people can do nowadays, but with a Herculean effort. I was misinformed, oh yeah. Demake is a really funny word though. Like remake wouldn't have been accurate either, but demake is like, if it were like, oh my god, like Bloodborne PS1 like fake remake indie game. Herculean. And there's a difference between a recomp and a decomp, right? Like a recompilation... I remember Googling this. Decompile means the entirety of the game's code has been unencoded and reverse engineered. Recompiling is entirely different. Yeah. I just don't know exactly how. Have there ever been any recomps that are basically releases like this on PC and it's just a different method of the same thing? Because I remember when I Googled it, it was like, yeah, recompilations. Recompilations are easier to make, but they give you a lot of unreadable code and it's harder to mod. And then decompilation is like way more thorough and easy to like read into it. Majora Mask. Decomp these balls? True. I wonder what the boots do for you in combat. It's kind of sick actually to wear these in combat and be slow like this. Who did that? A little early for this, but whatever. I got destroyed earlier. Do you really have to set this on the bar to eat it? Can I just drink it right now? Oh my god, are you kidding? I'm never getting another potion again. That shit sucks. To have to do. That's like how Devil May Cry games kind of balance out the fact that you can have items that heal you by putting them in the laggiest pause menu of all time. It's like the bigger punishment for using vital stars in those games isn't the fucking like the rank penalty. It's more so having to pause the game and do it in the menus that have like 30 years of lag between every input. It's fucking awesome. That's what that made me think of. It's not nearly as bad, of course. Bitch. You don't want it. You don't want it. Accidental boomerang. Bitch. Oh, whatever. They're just gatekeepers. Dude, they don't want me to kill them because after this dungeon, they're going to be friendly. And, you know. See, that's why when people play Deus Ex, the Reddit opinion is, oh, I want to do a, I always do, non-lethal until, you know, until you join the terrorist side, and then I go guns blazing. And that is a pretty sick way to play that game, actually. I gotta stream that game. Playing this is making me want to play that at some point too, because like you're going backwards. Oh, see, you should have let me do that so that I got to the end and been like, fuck, you know, you gotta let me fuck up a little bit here. And yet, thanks, but you know, Deus Ex, right? All the like insane like roundabout solutions that are overthinking like the puzzles and shit that I was doing at the start of this game, like when I was trying to walk the cat back home and I got him stuck in the water instead of just doing the scripted sequence. That game lets you do that. That's how those games work. And I've never played the Square Enix ones, Mankind Divided and the other one. Or nobody has played fucking Invisible War, but that might be funny to try on stream as well. Oh, there's a mid in the prompt. I gotta listen to her ass real quick. Oh, right. That's the point here. Have you addressed the stream? You guys able to catch them before bed? Hell yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I was just making sure. I was wondering if you were somebody that I met at the Smash Melee tournament I was at. Oh. I had to check. I had a really funny experience there because, you know, I was putting in like my start.gg for like the bracket and whatnot, and so like it was a pretty loud room. I was telling them what, like, my name was for, like, the, you know, the sign up, like, my handle, my username, and I said, Stickman Sham. And, the guy misheard it and thought I said, Thickman Champ. And I was able to, like, he asked for clarification on, like, the first part of it, and I was like, oh, it was Stickman. And I thought that he got it, and, like, I thought, like, that he got the sham part, But when I looked after the first match, after I looked on the bracket, my name was Stickman Champ. And then when I corrected him on that, you know, and got that fully figured out, I told him that, and then like a minute later, he had me like look at it and like, is this? And like he was like, is this you? And I see like on the selector there when he typed in like the actual Stickman Cham, the username was twitch.tv/stickmancham, and I already had my profile picture on there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. And I didn't really think too much of it. I thought it was like that, like the start.gg had already been like auto, like, you know, connected. Oh my god. I thought it had been auto connected, right? And I had like signed into it like through Twitch at some point in the past, right? So I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's it. And then fucking Rundus, you know, he sends me a message and he's like, oh shit, I entered the tournament you're in, because, and I forgot about this, but he told me about it a while ago. He had been like in for like local tournaments in Melee. He had an alt start.gg account, and the username for that account was twitch.tv/stickmancham. So he was getting emails from my fucking bracket. So after this whole roundabout, right, of it's Thickman Champ is my username, and then Stickman Champ, and then it's twitch.tv/stickmancham, which is actually Rundus's account. That shit was so fucking funny. But yeah, I did my first Melee local, and I'm going to be going to my first Tekken tournament local this weekend. And that's going to be interesting, as much as I am not super fond of Tekken 8. At the end of the day, it's Tekken, and it's the fighting game I'm most proficient in. Not as much as I'd like to be, but only one way to find out. With Asa. He lives on the other side of the country, and is like a million times better than me. But, I mean, like... Only Tekken 8 there? Yeah, I guess so. Though there might be more that I'm not aware of. I'm also been wanting to look into, because I'm not super far from Chicago either. Like when I tell people where I'm at, you just use that as a shorthand, because it's basically what you could call the whole corner of Illinois, right? But, you know, there's a pretty big Tekken scene, and Soul Calibur 2 specifically, maybe like the buffest region, or so Eris has said. Maybe not buffest, but like a very buff region for Soul Calibur locals. That I want to check that out, because I've been really interested in Soul Calibur 2, but kind of the only real way to play that is locally. Okay, I made it through that. Fuck. I don't really enjoy talking too much, and you know, I get killed by Gorons. But we're in there. Yeah, I remember the layout of this place, because this is the same place I was the wolf. Ah. Bro. I thought it would end. I thought the blower would stop. It did not. Do these guys care? Oh, I'm healing. That was good actually, because look at see how these things happen? These guys don't care. Hey. Arrows? I don't even have a bow yet, but I'm sure I'm about to get one. Milk? That probably heals. Sure. You have no bow. Okay. Sure, I'll get one soon, though. Rock milk? Bat milk? I love a good hot springs zone in a game. Yeah, these guys are cool. Oh, I see. That's really all you gotta do to turn these guys into jumping pads. But I fucked it up. Ugh. Bitch. There we go, just at an angle. The dangle. Hot springs makes you less racist. Real facts. Are you speaking from experience? You sound like you're speaking from experience with that. Those real facts. I'm not even gonna contest that, but it's just interesting to say. The chatter's telling the truth. I went to a hot springs once. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that it's funny to say that and also know that. Makes you gayer and less racist, I bet. It makes you woke. We're going to the woke springs. I'm down for that. Let me get one of those. How do you just go to hot springs anyways? Where do they have those? Are we talking about like a steam room, like a sauna? Because if you try to like look for places that are, this is another thing that I really dislike about this country. That I have inhabited my whole life, right? Like in like Japan or like Norway or like Sweden, you know, those like upper European IKEA Europeans, right? They value the fuck out of those because it's like super cold up there, and like every house has one as a standard, more or less. Like, I might be wrong about that, but like, you know, and they don't play around. They have that. That's like a basic necessity, you know. And same with Japan with like the hot springs and like maybe perhaps like communal like baths and whatnot, but like hot springs in general, you know. That's just like not really a thing here, other than just taking a really hot bath or like having a hot tub. And I think it really sucks that that's the case, because like, especially around where I'm at, like if you look for places that are like that, like steam rooms and sauna, like dedicated places, you will most likely either find places where organized crime and like, you know, like the mob conducts their business, or it's like from the outside it's presented as a normal sauna, but it's actually like a I don't know how to say this, a gay club. It's like a low key, it's like a scene for them to like hook up. And it's, yeah, you guys know. And it's like, bro, can I just go to a sauna? How do you know that? Because I looked one up. I was looking one up just to see, like, oh god, like, do these fucking exist? And I look one up, it looks shitty. I see the reviews, and everybody's talking about that in the reviews, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, can I just have a fucking hot room that I sit in, and it's hot? You know? For fuck's sake. It's either organized crime or organized slime. Fuck's sake. Give me a break. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Top that off with that statement. True. Oh my god. They're beating my ass. LA Fitness is a sauna. Yeah, actually, I remember I used to go to one, but it was just too far away, and it was pretty small and, like, kind of shitty. You know? And the stories I have about hanging out there. Fucking... Some dude came in, right? And was like, hey, you guys mind? There were, like, 4 people in there, including me. And he's like, hey, you mind if I, like, put on, like, my, like, a playlist? Like, my wellness playlist? Or something, and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. So he puts that on, and then he starts doing, like, insane, like, stoutness exercises, like, harnessing his quan, and, like, doing, like, crazy, like, squat type shit right in the middle of everything. And then like, that's weird, and we're just chilling. And then he whips out his bag of essential oils, and just starts like psh, psh, on the fucking fire, and like they're like getting insane. He's like, oops, sorry. And I'm sitting there like, Okay, we let you play the fucking music, and you took that as an invitation to do all this bullshit. Bro is using luster candy in real life, and it's backfiring in the sauna, this small space, and I'm thinking to myself, man, this shit sucks. You can't just have a hot room without anything stupid happening, or like, you know, organized crime, slime, whatever. Yeah, perfumer? Elden Ring? Yeah, that's who walked into the fucking sauna. It was the perfumer boss from Elden Ring. Good one. Okay, go around and talking. Let's go. Darbus. Gotta earn their respect. Yes. The squeak. Hey, Hachi cut. Tekken 4 final boss stage. Squeak. Sumo is sick. There's a sumo live stream called Midnight Sumo. Like every 2 months they have a league. Oh my god! Yeah, nobody tell me shit on how to do this, by the way. Oh, I didn't have my boots on. My bad. TF2 was finally brought to Linux. Oh yeah, you said that earlier. I didn't respond. You're trying to unite all of the computer operating... What are you talking about? My computers? Is that a real question? I hate TF2. You swing the Wiimote in a circle here. That's probably sick. That's a copy pasta. That's what it felt like. Okay. Oh, I know what that's from. Oh my god. Bitch! Slapped his ass out the arena. I'm a slap main. There's some good side steps though. Yasuko's gonna struggle on that. I'm entering a Tekken tournament. I'm gonna struggle there perhaps, but you know. Ubuntu. More like 500 tries. That was attempt number 2. What are you talking about? Oh, the camera. Oh. Hey. Interesting. I wonder why that happened. I'm messing with you. Success. Rage bait successful. Talking about some Wii versions. I took a look at the Wii version of Call of Duty 4 the other day. Holy shit. The level of customization and the way that that works as like a gyro aiming game, Reflex Edition, COD 4, that is insane. I might have to do a stream of that one of these days. Like the single player campaign of that. Or see if it can be played online. Probably not. Alright, we're in here. Yeah, and that and Black Ops 1 Zombies. Maybe like a Wii Call of Duty day. People, I think the COD game that people were like most into and also like active still is Black Ops 1 on the Wii. Maybe Modern Warfare as well, but I only have heard about Black Ops Wii. more so than that. I wonder if it is the same though in terms of like gyro and customization. I don't see why not. Same engine, they could just port it, improve it. All right, we're in the dungeon, right? Easy. Light work. Modern Warfare 4? You mean Call of Duty 4? Modern Warfare 1. The game called Modern Warfare 4 is actually coming out as the next one. Funny they say that. I had to like do a double take. Is HD no? Yes and no. It's the PC decompilation with a lot of like textures and improvements from the Wii, the HD version, not Wii version necessarily. Not climbable. I like the vibes here. Oh. Pff. I don't know how I did not see that. I can't go down. There we go. What the fuck? Who did that? Hey. Dude, go fuck yourself. Who are you? I wish you could pick up more enemies with this and just put him into the fucking lava from this distance. Okay, I didn't see that this was it. What the fuck? Bitch. Projectile parries are so sick. Deflection. My dishwasher sounds like this area. What, the flames or the ambient beat? Give me that shit. Oh, it did not give me that shit. There we go. It's so sick they can do that. Oh. Oh, you can just insta-finish those guys. Metal mesh sound effects in games. Yeah, like footsteps. One of my favorite sound effects and like footstep sounds in general is from like the metal mesh sound effect in like Jedi Academy, because it's also a stock sound effect that's probably in like a million other things, but it's just super memorable. I like games that, like, in the audio design, in the mix, you can really hear shit like footsteps. Like Kingdom Hearts 1 might be the best in the business for having that be noticeable. Photos now. Oops. I should do a tier list of video game footstep sound effects. There'd be a lot of interesting conversations to be had there. It's bait. You can't do that with these guys. Oh, you gotta get the right spacing. Video game. What's that emote? Is that an emote that's replacing the word feet? I'm assuming that that's what you're saying. Oh fuck. kind of panicked with the timer. I kind of forgot what the game was showing me. Just changed. I think it just went backwards. Yes, I did. Let's do that again, right? Oh! Okay is censored. It's not censored, it's an emote that shows up when you type the letters O and K, lowercase. You got some fucking emotes that just show up in casual conversation. For better or for worse. I think it's funny. Within reason. It would have been so fucking funny if the word O-H was also an emote and it happened again to you. That would have been so fucking funny. It is. I think a different variation of it is. No, not in this chat at least, but there's almost certainly an emote that does that. What does this fucking do? I need to pay attention. Okay, let me pay attention, right? I'm in the lab. It's probably the flames over here. Yeah, it is. Okay. That's what I thought. Bitch. Oh my god. Bitch. Shield bash was the second, like, technique I learned from the dude, right? Yeah, it was. Like, except for more of those. Like when games have a dedicated dude that teaches you your new moves, like Bully in this game. Nice. Hero of Time, yeah. Woo! Yeah, that was a different Link. The Hero of Time is explicitly like an older game Link, right? Which game is that Link from? Or is that the name of the game that he's from? Hero of Time? The one about time? Ocarina. Oh. Oh, of Time. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Macarena of Time. And Majora? Oh yeah, those games have the same Link, don't they? Forgot about them. Like they're almost like, it's like a direct sequel almost, right? Yeah, that, not just almost, directly is. That's something that's unique about Majora, isn't it? I guess other than, you know, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. But like, Majora gets to be so like crazy and kind of fucked up because they don't have to do like a origin story, you know, first village and it gets raided, call to action, you know. You just like die at the start and then you're in the whatever realm of you're fucked. I don't remember exactly what they call it in that game because, you know, I haven't played it, nor do I know. But, you know. Phantom Hourglass is a sequel to Wind Waker? Hey, what the fuck is Phantom Hourglass? Is that a game that you play on the, like, Tamagotchi watch? Because I've never heard of it. DS game. Oh, close enough. That's cool, though. %touch? Oh, that's interesting. You know the Guitar Hero on the Wii? Like later Guitar Heroes have a roadie mode. Have any of you guys ever experienced or seen how that works? They give it, you know, Nintendo DS and a Guitar Hero game with a roadie mode. Kind of like it was like Guitar Hero doing that before like Smash 4 also had like the Smash 3DS and it was cross compatible, you know. Neversoft's doing that shit before then. carpal tunnel device. Oh, did you have to have like the Guitar Hero DS, where like you held it sideways and you like strummed with the stylus? I've heard that that's actually very good and like ergonomic and played very well. I'm not kidding. Can't play that on DSi? Oh, it's because like the attachment slot is like in the way or something. DSi, I remember when that came out. What the fuck did that even do anyways? The DSi was meant to have like... The whole point of it was like having like a random attachments to it, like something like camera or whatever. DSi removed the GBA slot, yeah. It's interesting, yeah, that's crazy. Guitar Hero and Neversoft and Activision, you know, commanding all those games and killing Neversoft in the process. They created some crazy shit. Like, this is like right after like the Neversoft Tony Hawk games. It was like that was it. You know, they just had them crank out these games, and holy moly, did they really do good with that era. Yes, I had a digital shop. What's the point of DSi again? Also get shot. Why did you get shot for that? Oh, that was bits, my bad. I still need to fix the sound effects on that. See, this is why, like, I can be late on stream so many times, is that, like, there's so many, like, I'm always on stream being like, oh, I need to fix that, I need to fix that. I have not fixed that yet. There's just too much, sometimes. I gotta simplify my setup so there's less moving parts, things I can break. Camera built in with an eShop. Yeah, eShop and camera. Okay, I didn't know about the eShop, but the camera part of it makes sense. Like they just like stole the concept of the PSP having a camera plug-in. They just like stole that from the PSP's corpse. No, Game Boy did that way sooner. They had like that dog shit little like camera game with the scary ass faces that traumatize kids. Or something. I think the DSi beyond that was just the same hardware, wasn't it? You know what I want? I want a 2DS. I want that fuck ass wedge. And get like hack it, and get Soul Hackers with my texture pack on it, and like nothing else. That's what I want. Oh my god, what am I fucking doing? Hold up. Boots equipped. He's weak in the rear. Obviously. Look at his red demon souls. Oh, this is just, yeah, this place. No wonder it was reminding me of something. Fucking 2 demon souls. Same exact fucking enemy and gimmick too. Yetch. Texture modding on native hardware is a nightmare. It's been done. There's a tutorial on how to do it. Somebody got the textures that I made and like got them working on 3DS and put out a tutorial on how to do it. I think 2 people independently on their own actually managed it. So, like, the one thing that they couldn't get working for some reason is the texture. Oh my god! The phone, right? Where like the 3DS version changed it into a BlackBerry, but the original texture for that sprite was a like a 90s phone. For some reason, they couldn't do that, and I don't know why. I haven't looked into it. You still roll with the boots, that's really funny. They get owned by Spin. They get hit from the front and no bounce off. Actually, I gotta say, I really like the new position of my my stream computer monitor. It actually feels very intuitive to have my chat box be like kind of a window layer behind the main monitor. It's like right there. It's very comfy, but the fact that it's like off at like a distance, it feels like it's not competing for my attention span as much as I want it to. Like, it's not competing as much as, like, you know, I'm more intentionally looking over at chat instead of just getting like distracted. Whoa. I'm actually excited to be able to actually use this fucking CRT monitor for its intended purpose now. Nice. We got the block. Oh, hey, hey, where are you going? Stop that. Stop that. Hey, I haven't even figured out what you are yet. Oh my god. Bro. Okay. Well, that just happened. What's this? That's not a button. I thought that was like a button. Oh, I just have to just go. I see. I don't know why I thought I could pull it out and like go in between. I just gotta go around. And the time it takes. You spoiling yourself for when TP comes out on the Switch 2 next month? I don't have a Switch 2, nor do I ever plan on getting one of those fuck-ass devices. Yeah, I'm spoiling myself on the Twilight Princess 2. Is it even a remake? What is the game that they're remaking? Ocarina of Time remake? Oh yeah, that's the one that has like the fuck-ass like baby Link or whatever. No? Oh. Dusk Bloods? Oh god. Well, let me at least see what that game is gonna be first before I fucking make that decision. I'm playing the PC decompilation, right? Of Twilight Princess. It's guaranteed to be like 1,000 times better than like a Twilight Princess repost. It's getting remade a second time, like a full-blown remake, or like an HD facelift. Either way, I don't care. This is my first ever Zelda as well. Ocarina is on the... Oh yeah, the 3DS. I do remember that. Unreal Engine Zelda. You know what I realized the other day? First it was Star Fox, and then it's the way that the Ocarina of Time remake looks. Nintendo, they were always, they had been holdouts on, like, maintaining stylized art style and being able to crank out games that didn't have the same production woes and development woes and like performance issues as every other console was starting to kind of like poison themselves with, right? Switch 2 comes out. It has like such powerful specs. It can go up to like 120 FPS and whatnot with whatever it has running under the hood. All of a sudden, bam, we have fuck-ass realistic like Falco and you know, whatever the hell's going on with Ocarina of Time. Nintendo has finally caught up with them too. They have gotten hit with the photorealism bug, and now it's gonna fuck up their development so much if they don't proceed cautiously. Check Doghouse. Important. Oh fuck. It's gonna be unimportant, isn't it? Pfft, Liza P. Kingdom Hearts 4. I forgot what the Liza P. protagonist looks like. He looks just like him, huh? Except Sigurd Cage 4 doesn't have those fuck-ass bangs. Eliza P. Protag's hair on his side. That's what happens to my bangs when my hair was really long and I like fuck with it too much. The Mog is actually kind of insane in this side-by-side. of these two characters. The face mog is actually crazy work. Can you post that in chat so everybody else can witness the face mog? Run this. Oh, yeah, the boots. Mario. Metal Mario. Of course. Oh shit. Magnetic Mario? I don't know if it's necessarily photorealism, but with Switch 2, it seems like they want to redesign all their mascots and make them look like photorealistic. That's what I've been seeing after I saw Fox and Falco and everybody else and Star Fox looking like that. Oh, what the hell is all this? Oh, I see. Whoa. You can go first person in this? That's really cool. Oh my god, this is dizzying. Ratchet and Clank, yeah. Can you go first person in that too when you do shit like this? I haven't played the Ratchet games in such a long time. This is a cool dungeon. Yo. Old sumo. Ooh. Key shard. 1 of 3. What do we got in the box? Paper. Paper. This is just like Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I'm not making a joke here. It's just like Kingdom Hearts. You give you an exciting chest, and it's like, oh, it's a map. But that actually is exciting in this game compared to a Kingdom Hearts game where there's no like dungeon crawling to, like, you don't have to worry about the layouts. So that actually is kind of cool in this case. But I was expecting to get something that wasn't a piece of paper. God of War playthrough when? That's a good question. What God of War are you talking about? The real ones or the you know? The real question is, when am I playing DMC, like that fuck-ass reboot that actually has low-key fire gameplay? On God. On God. On Ja. Or whatever they say. Because that game, every time I've seen people doing the combos in it, it looks really fucking sick. I have to say. Say what you want about the story and the attitude of that game towards the original games and everything else about it, but yeah, DMC from that perspective. How do you say in your head when you see that acronym? How do you say DMC? Hit blue, tap in rank. Yo, what's up, David? Blue ranks? I actually am down to, you're probably not going to be awake by the time the stream is done, right? I'm entering a Tekken tournament in real life on the weekend, so I am going to be in the lab. DMC, the DMC. In my head, I say DMC, like I give the M like a, you know, practice with me in club. That's the idea. Though I don't know if the way that you guys play that game is super... How do I say this without being an asshole? Because I'm not at the level that I want to be either with it, but there's a very different way that that game is played. You know, from like level to level, context to context. Online, you have to deal with a lot more like close-up, kind of like scrapping rather than like when you watch like VODs that like pro players have when they, you know, are having their match replays just like stolen and ripped online because you can just do that in that game. It's like a different game. There's so much more like spacing and like respect happening. I don't know how to earn that. We don't be footsie. I'll have to tell you how my matches go then, just to see, like, if it's gonna be more like what I'm expecting from, like, higher level play, or if it's gonna be just, like, medium rank online at this local. I'm expecting some real talent to whoop my ass, but it'll be interesting. I think, if anything, you guys could help me learn how to defend against new characters rather than just, like, play. But even that would still help, you know. I need to work on my offense as well. Are you guys gonna be up tonight after stream, or are you going to bed for work? Tekken 8? Yes, unfortunately. Maybe up when they got fucking Tekken 5 DR, Tekken Tag 1. 30 minutes? Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Soon. Oh my god, it's this fuck-ass bird. The fucking bird that I hate. Can I throw him off a cliff? Her. My bad. No. Oh. That's the goat. That bird is a mother? Yeah, I bet you'd know that. I didn't mean anything by that. She's a nice lady and responsible mother. Be nice. I can respect that. I guess know all that anyways. This shit goes deep. Yo, I like this texture. They are child's cute. In a fucked up way. This is the most fucked up sentence anybody could say. What's more fucked up than whatever you mean by that is how you said all that. Look, man, I misspelt, okay? I'm not even worried about the misspelling anymore. You got bigger concerns. I'm gonna take a short break in a second here before I go too much deeper in this dungeon. I just want to see if I can hit this guy from above. Did I just bounce off of him? It didn't break. I think I actually got him, I just couldn't see it. Try that again. There's actually three things. There are three things wrong with that sentence. First and foremost, you're saying their child's cute. That's a little weird just to say, but you know, it's not inherently weird. But you know, it's still just kind of, you know what I mean. But let's go over the grammar, right? Just because I'm an asshole. From the top, it's the wrong they are. They apostrophe are. The apostrophe is replacing, if it were two words, they are is what that is short for. Child apostrophe s, and that's a possessive apostrophe. It means as if it was like, it's the child's doll, right? And third of all, you know, the implicit meaning of that sentence is odd, but you know, we're past that. I'm over it. Don't worry about it. Anyways, you should be worrying about it. I've been awake for 18 hours. Why do I stay subbed to this shit stream? Shit stream? We have fun around here. Do you not have a sense of humor? Why have you been awake for 18 hours anyways and you're watching this stream? Go to sleep. Get in a nap. You'll feel better in the morning. You might regret this too. I'll give you a bit of grace period on that because, you know, actually, you know what? I'm pulling you over. I just want to see how you generally contribute to this discussion. You seem normal and pleasant. You've been around here long enough to know how I put people on blast for the stupidest things and also call myself an asshole at the same time. Have some humility. Take a nap. And We'll reevaluate your record next time. Or, if I forget, which is 99% likely, and you come back after taking a good night's sleep, I'll forget about this. Mainly orc. That's cool. What is this prediction? Who has started a prediction? I can't see what it is. What is this prediction? Run this needs 250 points. Wants to contribute, throw it in whatever the... I don't fucking know what's happening anymore. I need to take a... let me take a 5 to 6 minute break. A 5 to 4 minute break, right? I need to get up and stretch. Gift sub that guy so they stay subbed even longer. That's a good idea. Somebody should upgrade a sub to a tier 2. You know you can do that now, actually. You can gift subs that are a higher tier, and I think that by doing so you can, like, upgrade somebody's sub, and that's a feature I've always wanted. I'm not going to do it for them, or anybody right now. I just want to see what the button looks like when you click. Can it be done, actually? No, they let you gift turbo, which is weird. I thought there was a way to gift, like, to upgrade somebody's tier. Why don't they have that? Well, whatever. I pay for my own sub. Based. Anyways, go take a fucking nap. Go take a good night's sleep. 18 hours. That's pushing it. Anyways, I'll be back. Give me some time and hang out with this, this dude. I'm gonna put on my silly little playlist, too. Alright, BRB. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Let's proceed. Alright, let's go. Peem. Okay. I got one piece. Oh, the one piece. Oh, yeah, the other piece. And the other one, too. That wasn't long. That was actually 5 minutes. That was 2 1-minute songs, and then a 3-minute song. Something I want to do more is almost hourly breaks. You know, it's good to... As a streamer, I don't think enough about my health sometimes, but I've been changing that. Nice to have a little 5 minutes to kind of like stand up, you know, do shit, have a mental break from whatever tangents I get in. Sort of type shit. Alright. Yeah, that song, those 3 songs, I said that was Otherworld Dungeon 1 from Devil Summoner 1, Club Ezekiel, also from Devil Summoner 1, and then Ogre Stage, Tekken Tag 1, PS2 version. Exclamation point music or playlist gets you the link to the playlist I use for that. It's also just on my, it was like public on my YouTube channel, right? It's called Gale. What are these dudes doing up here? Hey, get down from that. Oh, whatever. You can chill. You ain't hurting no one. Yet. Alright, that's how I got in here, so don't fall, please. I got the map, right? I think we gotta get the 2nd floor for more shit. Oh yeah, there's a lot of shit up there, okay. Yeah, slow our minds down a little bit. Type shit. Yeah, everybody, workers should be able to get like 30 days of paid time off to use as they see fit. I think that varies from like job to job, right? How much you get, like it's totally up to the employer. Or there's some laws behind certain professions on like guaranteeing that. Because I guess it depends, huh? Man, I don't know. Hey, I mean, me neither. I get a month off a year? Yeah, exactly. Some people get that, or like different countries. February. Taking in February. Next February? I think I just parried that guy's projectile. Upcoming, okay. Winter and summer break as adults. How would that function? How would that work? And how long are you talking? Like, do you mean like the same length of time as you had in school, like what, 2 weeks in the winter and like 3 months in the summer? That would be kind of neat though, wouldn't it? If, say like you could pick one of the 4 seasons as, or maybe not even pick, but like, you know, if you, based on what was available, you know, like worker allocation wise, if you got to have one of the 4 seasons to not have to work at all, but you know, would still receive the pay. I mean, it's extremely fucking generous, but like, you know, just imagine, bear with me, right? And that was just kind of like the standard, was that there was a period of time, once a year, one of the 4 seasons, like at least, you know, a solid 4th of every year, like, Varying when that is, of course, under certain circumstances. But what if that was just something that, you know, was just like a standard? And jobs were able to, like, have enough employees and, like, shift around to accommodate that for everybody. Or, like, maybe not even, like, a whole season. Say, like, a month. One fucking month. In a row. Of just time completely to yourself off. You're fully compensated. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Like, yeah, you know, a whole season, that's a little much, but, like, still. 1 month, right? That would be something, wouldn't it? Anyone not picking winter off is stupid. I feel like this might just be my lack of experience at this point, but if I got to pick any one of the 4 seasons to have off, I would pick the summertime. 100%. Like, I understand the logic of having that be the winter, right? You know, holiday season. Everybody's gonna do that, though, right? You'd have to be lucky, I think. Because everybody's gonna do that because of, like, oh, travel to see the folks, you know, or, like, retail workers, you know, in the winter and all that shit. Right? Winter's just better. Ooh. Alright, Sham, it's just a matter of opinion. But yeah, I would pick the summer. I like the heat, I like warmth, you know? I like when foliage and plants and fauna is alive. I don't care if heat can be potentially as uncomfortable as cold. I am a Midwesterner, and it's different. It's different. Here goes about the weather again. You don't even know. You don't even know. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh my god, they're approaching in unison. Bitch. Bitch. Wow, that's a very generous upper hitbox height. I like how when you have the boots on, it changes your moveset. Like, this becomes like a short hop overhead instead of like a slow and long one. Boots combat is pretty nutty. I like it. I'm also assuming that gives me like stagger resistance, like some poise, right? If I'm getting hit. Fall is the crusty ex who's still hot teasing you one last time. That anecdote feels extremely anecdotal and personal to you. Yeah, true? Question mark? I mean, I guess I'm not denying that, but it's like, I'm more fixated on the anecdote. Because I don't know what that concept is like. But that feels so specific that, like, that must mean for you that that's extremely accurate, and I have to respect that. Because when I think about fall, like, everybody's always like, oh yeah, fall is so peak, you know, it's like spring, except everything's already been grown, but rather everything's, you know, like, dying off, but you get, like, all the variety in colors, and, yeah, fall seasons, oh my god, am I about to drown? Hold on. Woo! Fall, right? Autumn, if you may. Yeah, the holidays of autumn are definitely probably like highest tier aesthetics. Spring being the worst, because like, what are the spring holidays? Fucking Easter? It's a dog shit holiday. Even if you're not Christian, you know, or even religious, it's still something that, like, as a kid or like teenager, perhaps like, you know, younger college, depending how close you are with your family or how, like, obligated you are to do this shit. Easter as a holiday is so ass. It's so fucking ass. It's for 3-year-olds and 300-year-old religious people. No in between. It sucks so much ass. And it's at a time of the year that's not even guaranteed to, like, the weather for it to be good. Like, the weather around that time is almost always, like, you know, very wet, overcast. You know, shit hasn't grown back yet, and, like, it's at the time of the year that, like, you're checking the weather, at least where I'm at, right? You're checking the weather, and you're just trying to see, like, oh, am I gonna be able to get, like, a 60-degree and sunny day, or, like, if I'm lucky, like, 70 and sunny, or is it just gonna be, like, the one day that it's 70, it's, like, really overcast and or raining, or is it just gonna be, like, fucking 30? Is it gonna snow in April again, you know? That's what the kind of shit I be having to deal with, just random resurgences back to winter weather. Spring sucks, though. Very late spring / early summer, like where we're at right now, technically, is peak time for me, because I don't mind the heat. I like humidity. I'm a freak. As long as air conditioning is good and you don't have those issues follow you into your bedroom. It's such a nice time because the weather's really fucking nice, and you also know that it's gonna last for a while, until like mid-end of autumn. It's my favorite, like, right now, and it's also when, like, fake E3, or, like, E3 historically used to happen, or all these, like, summer games and whatnot. There's just, it's, like, so much that's sick about the month of June, in particular. I think it's, like, my favorite month. Or maybe even July, because, like, the only summer holiday, I guess, here would be 4th of July, and that's also that's a top-tier holiday, if you ask me. The aesthetics of Thanksgiving is, you know, very sick, of course. Very good. But 4th of July is just, it's top. This feels like it's descending into a Northern Lion bit of, like, you know, like holiday, ranking every holiday in a tier list. Has he done that? If he hasn't, then I might have to snipe that. I did something activated, I kind of forgot what it was. Oh, time door. Okay. Oh, I could've just finished them. Oh, boots. There we go. Oh, this attack doesn't work? Oh, it's just the ramp fucked it up. I thought that this attack just didn't do damage when you had the boots on. Oh my god, I got sniped. What? Who did that? Try that shit again. Try that on my Master Shield. Stranger of Paradise. I'm thinking there's no way to cheese this. Oh my god, will you? Oh. Yeah, those are sentinels. Hold on, wait. Okay, yeah, it can't be done. Maybe it can be with some stupid shit attack, but, you know. Soul block. Like the laser in that one level that you can spam parry, or so many other ways of damage mitigation to have to let you avoid that whole room's gimmick and just go straight through. That game is so sick. Okay. Does that apply to this? It does. Security's not very tight in this installation. They just let you do that. Oh, I'm missing something here. Can't be galed, although it's gonna be cool getting to the part of the game where the dungeons require you to think and employ the use of multiple gadgets. If that's the thing that these games have, don't tell me if they do or don't. I'm assuming that they do later on, but you know, don't tell me. Because this dungeon is obviously the boots dungeon. The last one was the boomerang dungeon. You know, I'm curious to see how the progression of what is expected from you gadget-wise to solve puzzles will be. Oh, hey. Nice. Pikmin. Those games look pretty sick. Those Pikmin 4 sick? That's the new one that came out, like, within the past couple of years, right? Was that sick? And, like, you know, up to par with the original 3? And the only opinion I trust on this is Shib's opinion, if he's still here. He's a enjoyer of the Pickable Men series. About what? Pikmin 4. Is it sick? Is it up? Does it live up to the original 3? Was the third one an original? Or was that also like after a span of a few, like they had to bring it back with 3, or was 1, 2, and 3 like, you know, came out in succession? I don't fuck with 3 that much, but I think 4 is super good. It's kind of easy though. That's cool. Yeah, there's like no other. There aren't many games at all that are like Pikmin, right? That's like kind of one of a kind. Or like maybe 1 or 2 attempts at it. 3 is Wii U. Okay. Yeah, so 3. Like the first 2 were GameCube, right? Who's my favorite? It's also hard. ROM hacks? Oh, yo, they got Pikmin ROM hacks. Yeah, it's like an RTS. It's like a the Zumba Fu Flash game that we would all play as maybe not all of us, but you know, puzzle Flash game in school. The Zumba Foos or whatever. Kind of like that in concept, but you know, obviously very different. It's the only other one I can think of that's similar to that. They should make another one of those Zumba Fu games, but like, you know, like on Steam or whatever, and it's like for adults, nostalgic adults, you know, like child adults that are like, oh, I would play a Zumba Fu game, a new one. Am I saying it right? You know the game I'm talking about, like all the dudes, where you have to get to like a place and they can die along the way if you fuck up. It might not be the Zumba Fu. I forget what it's called. Zaboomafu. Thank you. You fuck with the coffee monster flavors. Oh, you mean the Javas? Not really. I'm not a cold, but that's not because they're bad or I think they're bad. I just don't really have cold brew much. Oh, fuck. Like, if I'm gonna have a coffee, I typically prefer to just have a coffee and not, like, you know, spend the same amount that I would spend on a monster that I really fuck with. I'd rather get I'm more of a monster rehab main when it comes to monsters, right? When that cold brew hits. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Oh yeah, Oddworld in general is also kind of like that. I guess. That concept of like, get the people to from point A to point B, but in a very different way. That's more of a platformer, 2D. Thinking like 3D RTS, like you have a, you know, squadron of dudes that, depending on how you use them, you know, they can fucking like die or you sacrifice them, or they get fucked up by something that jumps out at you. You gotta keep them alive to do the puzzles. That's a unique concept. I don't think I've heard of like anything else that is presented like that, like in that format at least. Yeah, and they're a little expendable too. Yeah. StarCraft. You got archers. They can't touch us. Take on DS Zelda games? I have no take. This is my first ever Zelda. I don't have any takes about anything else Zelda related. Can I shoot the box out of my hands and it breaks? No. Oh, it's the Omnitrix. Uh-oh. Oh! I thought I was about to get stuck and it was just gonna laser me to death. Dude, will you fucking focus? Okay. Focus, M. I like the Doppler effect on that bow sound effect just now. Air combo. Dang, down here. What the fuck is the Omnitrix, actually? I think I meant to say something else, but that is a different concept from a different game or media that I don't even know. Isn't that like the Ben 10 watch? Isn't that what it's called? The Omnitrix? Yeah, what the fuck? I've never watched Ben 10 in my life. I've only ever seen and heard of Ben 10 in passing. Whereas, like, much movement, motion... Like, Ben 10 has hella motion, right? But I've never seen or heard of it. I just know it's called the Omnitrix. Yeah, the little, like, obelisk that was killing me, right? What is it in Path of Exile 2 when you're in one of the fucking Temple of Chaos, like, downgrades you're forced to pick per round? There's like a Vol, like, sentinel. It's not called a sentinel, but, like, it, like, shoots you if you get near it. That's the word I was looking for. It starts with an O, like an Omni something. I don't fucking know. Obelisk? No, not even that. Elmo would know. Or any other Path of Exile 2 players. Omni Chiron? Omicron? Yeah, that. I never actually said that word out loud. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, it's the fucking, yeah, the thing with the boots, but I need to activate it. It's not on. We're stuck. Hey, what's this? Wait, for real? Actually, it might be. It might be. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It looks just like that, though. Oh, shit! It does a very similar thing, too. Live action Ben 10 movie was dog ass. That's like not surprising. That does not surprise me in the slightest. That's like the case with like everything of that sort. Oh! Oh! I thought like parrying those, you could kill them with that. I don't know. I feel like I got in like a whole ass workout today. I mean, I kind of did. I mowed the grass. Fucking. That doesn't really count because like a riding mower, but you know. Edge trimmed. That's arm work. But my number one strength exercise as of late recently has been redoing my monitor setup and like picking them up and like putting them down and redoing like some cable management. That's been like the most taxing exercise. Just crazy. Oh, there's a chest down here. Hold up. And a breakable door. Edge trimming. Purple rupee. I'm not coming all the way down there for money. Bagels, I don't even want. Oh, this is climbable. Oh, fuck. Hey. Oh, is that a key up there? No, it's just the environment. I thought that was like a floating key and I could pick it up. This room... I'm missing something. I have a key. It's entirely possible I picked it up and blanked it out that I got one. That happens. Green gill. Bottom right, above. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Didn't even have to go into a menu for it. At least I checked out my bluegill collection of all 2 of them. Speaking of which, can you fish anywhere in the game that has water? I guess I have the key here. Where did the... Okay, hold up. Where did I get the key for this door? I'm so curious, because I totally blanked getting it. Was it in the water all the way at the end where I was, like, walking? Was there a chest down there? By the Omnitrix. Oh, yeah, that's why.
At Terrair 1, fuck you.
Yo, Clubbold. It's going out strong. 66 months, thank you. Couple, do you know all of King's grabs? I need to learn. I just press button. Yapping so hard, he barely remembers he's playing a video game. I'm actually doing a good job at balancing out, but that particular moment, I totally blanked. I got the damn key. Who do you main? Oh yeah, you asked me that earlier. I missed that. Falcon. It took me a bit of time to settle on a character that I liked the most, and I haven't even really tried all of them, but out of, like, I started with Fox because I'm like, oh, everybody loves Fox and he's hard and really good. But then I was like, let me try Marth, and then I tried Falcon, and that made the most sense to me. I like his move speed. I like his moves. He just has a lot of, like, potency. Very fun to execute with and move around as. Good balance of what I had liked about both characters I had tried before. Speed of Fox, range, somewhat of the, not quite the range of Marth, but, you know, more than Fox. I didn't like Marth's game plan of throw loops and him being, like, really strong at low and high percent. You know, but, like, kind of shitty in between relative to, you know, the status of the other person's percent. You know, I didn't really like that. I like more direct, straightforward playstyles, but with, like, really sick execution where, you know, it's not so much about, and maybe it is more about, like, you know, like, kind of understanding and, like, more actively interpreting the game state, or more about, like, yeah, let me just land to this fucking knee. Strong knee and you're fucking dead, buddy, you know. David told me you want to be using us as training dummies. Not dummies, but, like, you know, helping me practice and learn some more, like, how to defend against more characters more intentionally ahead of my tournament. Not a lot of time, and it's not the only Tekken tournament I'm ever gonna go to with this place. It's once a month. We can do this? Hell yeah. Thank you. Oh, get in the goo. Oh. Too late. Underwater grass. Oh, take off the boots. Yeah, I got the right idea. I just caught it too late. Oh my god. Fuck off. Okay. Oh, that's sick. I probably could have made it, but I didn't want to risk it. Boomerang jump glitch. Don't tell me how you do it, because I don't want to do and use any tech in this playthrough that I don't find myself. But that is interesting. That is interesting. But that's a thing. Brother, Xiao. Brother. Yo, 2 out of 3, nice. Was it the Master Sword? Oh my god. They call everything the Master Sword and the Master Shield. Does Dark Souls 1 have a first-person perspective mod? Don't they all have that? Except for I guess Demon Souls. Dark Souls 3 does. Oh yeah, and like Elden Ring, of course. Maybe even 2. I'm talking 1. That might be neat to try one of these days. I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh my god. Please. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna be doing this dungeon for tonight. Because I started hella late, but you know. Tried exploring the Dark Souls 1 map in VR, but it lagged the shit out of my shit. Your shit probably sucks shit. That being said, I have never done that. You know, the Dark Souls 1 map, like the full, like all of the sections of it combined, is selectable on noclip.website. Is that what you used? VRC suck shit? Oh. Are you gonna stream tourney? Oh, like the Tekken tournament? It is streamed. I'm not sure if I want to share what the stream is just yet, because I like only went to it for the first time. You know, the other day. But I think afterwards I might indulge. Just for, you know, privacy's sake, at least for now, of course. But it's IRL. Rider 2 stream, please. Please. They'll do that if they remake it. Like they did with 1. I wouldn't do it at all, lol. That is probably smart too. Oh, my fourth and DDS remake, true. But it doesn't seem like the odds are all too good of like a DDS remaster slash remake with all the fixings and effort that they put into Rito 1, because we haven't even gotten the Rito 2, like the sequel to that remake. You know, like it was over a year ago now, or just about a year ago, that it was about to come out, let alone when it was announced. I don't know what they're doing, if they're actually going to do part 2. It'd be very, very weird if they only did part 1 and never did part 2. Did it sell well enough? I thought it did. I remember when it first came out, Rito 1, everybody was talking up, like, the physical Japanese sales is, like, the best way to get a metric on that, like, for Japanese games. You know, because they don't report on digital, I guess. And it seems pretty good for, like, the Switch 2. You know. But I just don't know. I know Sega said that, like, that game and a few other games, like even like whatever Yakuza of the year it was, they said underperformed or some shit in like one of their like business whatever things. But what company doesn't say that nowadays? Their expectations are too fucking high. But it'd be so weird if they didn't do Rito 2, because like what they've done with part 1 is like 80% of what they would have to put into Rito 2. The director wants to do part 2. Well, yeah, of course, he also wants to do like a new part 3. Of course, he wants to do part 2. But like, are they? I feel like we should have heard about it from now. We'll see. Expensive single-player games flop nowadays. It's not even an expensive game though. The Rito 1 remake. Like, that game is more of like a Crisis Core remake type of remake where, like, you can tell it's the original game under it, but with like a new graphical front end, but everything is kind of playing the same except for whatever they decided to change. And they even went above and beyond. They were able to, like, properly remaster the FMVs, but with, like, you know, HD and everything, but you could tell is like the original, like, models and everything that they used to render it and then make it like a FMV, like, way back in the day. They were able to resurrect that, like, they had it, and then they were able to make a new version of the FMV, and you could tell it was the same fucking thing under the hood, but just, like, spiced up, you know? That was very impressive to me. Boss time. Probably should have turned on my boots before I came in here. Super Goron. It's forbidden. It's forbidden. Oh shit. Okay. Bowser type encounter. This song is crazy. Why is Minda talking to me? Oh well. Could tell you that. Alright, full blown assault. He doesn't know how to defend against this. We'll be here all day if I do that. Bowser? Oh! Oh! Not over. Get them to go first person. Bro. Oh, get, stay close to the edge. I see. Back turn. Get the back turn but close to the edge. Okay. It actually matters here. Oh, we locked on. Stay locked on. Okay. 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 Yep. Oh! Oh, I have a... I forgot. These boots are like the shoes of Kirk. Dark Soul. From Dark Soul. They do damage. So I can roll and prevent myself from getting backstabbed as easily. Dark Souls 1 PvP. Kirk. He wasn't... Charlie Kirk was not very good at Dark Souls 1 PvP, obviously. He got lag stabbed like crazy in real life. Okay. There we go. Woo! Nice. That was an interesting fight. What do you think of my fucking blind acquisition of the strat there? It's effective. Was that not exactly what you're supposed to do? That shit was like... He had no counterplay to this. He was resetting his flinch count? He has flinch count? Didn't die once? Well, yeah. Is that exactly what you're supposed to do? Like, you can bash him, do a spin, and it always puts him in the, you know, like, then from there you can grab him. I spent a bunch of time just, like, mashing into him because I thought that I had to do that. But when I realized I could just, like, do the spin, that immediately let you get him into a grab. But then I was like, okay, well, do it back turn close to the edge, and he's fucking dead. Yo, the bow! I got the master bow. It's a master bow, bros. Slingshot blown the fuck out? True. What about the boomerang, though? Maybe also. Oh shit! FPS mode. Yeah, it's just a better boomerang. Bro, ooh. Damn, this is gonna be a very good weapon, huh? No reticle? Okay. Maybe the arrows? Yeah, the arrow lines up with that. Okay, that's nice. That's cooler than a reticle on screen. Yeah, boomerang's still good for bringing shit, but that's like hella niche now. Especially because I need the boots. I wish there was one more button for your hotbar. Can you unmap your sword? Oh, you should be able to do that. That'd be funny. Oh. About to invent some new speedrun tech right here. This is the only 3D Zelda that have 2 item slots? Is the Z button typically remappable too in 3D Zeldas? But it's the Midna button now for this one. Like that noise, the arrow sound. In Wind Waker. Interesting. Wind Waker was before this, right? Yeah, this was like late stage GameCube, early Wii. Wind Waker was early GameCube, wasn't it? And that takes up a slot for no reason. Well, you know how big her fucking ass is, you know, that's at least a Z button's width, right? I suppose. There weren't any other buttons you can... That's interesting. When you press up and down for the items, it does the same thing, but it changes what side the screen it scrolls from. Why? That is more important than having a third shortcut, because they could just put Midna on like the down key. Oh yeah, this is the decomp. The decompilation doesn't have an option for Wii U UI for extra items. Did the Wii U version have extra buttons for items? I guess it had more buttons, huh? And yeah, Wii, not even just Wii U. Hold on. Yeah, I'm on a decompiled version of the game. I bet that's just a thing. I guess I'm on a GameCube controller, so if I'm, being, I don't really care about being a Puritan. Give me one more fucking button. If that's what the newer versions have, that's official. Decomp doesn't have an option natively. native. That's a funny word to use in this case when it's like, you know, everything else is in here. Take a look at all the shit you just do, right? But it doesn't have that, of all things. Not yet. They did get an update, but I haven't updated to yet. Interesting, whatever. Extra buttons for scrubs anyways. Oh! Oh, they got them all pissed off. It's a satisfying bow that it goes so fast. Sanana with a 10 gifted fucking subs. Thank you. Welcome. I have raw. Like that emote that showed up there. Okay, well now the obelisks are horny and angry. What is going on here? Subs be upon you. Thank you. I've been having good luck with the PoE 2 League if you've been playing that, which I'm assuming you have been. It's been juicy. I just haven't gotten enough time on it yet. I've been busy. But I have gotten the end game at least. Oh my god. Hold on. I need to get out of this room real quick. Holy shit. They're doing me. Bitch. Oh, you know, maybe I need to use the bow to shoot them in the eye. Now that I have the bow. Hey, that's exactly what you have to do. Okay, sheesh. I'm doing a good job figuring this shit out today. Basic kids game knowledge is actually coming to me without me doing like a million roundabout more complicated things first and then realizing. I didn't even think of this as an enemy though. I guess that's not entirely inaccurate to think of it as more of a stage hazard. But still, that's like an enemy now. There we go. Thank you all for watching me figure that out for like 3 minutes. Kinda. Instead of telling me. That's good. I can go back and fuck with the other ones if I want to. There might be some shit back there for doing so. I haven't yet been burnt out with PoE. PoE 1 grind. Yeah, that's why I decided not to try out that game. I was thinking about it because of some of the shit they put in part 1, but I've never played it, and I don't want to. I don't want to get burnt out on 2 because I played the other one, you know? One Path of Exile game, and it's a league, is already enough to fuck up my productivity at times. 2 would be too much. 2 different games, that is. How do you not get burnt up doing the PoE 2 campaign every league? Shit sucks. Oh, just the campaign? Like getting through campaign? Yeah. I guess it helps that I have a guild, you know, for other people in this streaming community that play that game, and it's pretty much Sanana and especially Sayumaru who are PoE juicers, and especially if I like give it a few days, I'll start my character, you know, start going through the whole ass league again, but there will be crazy shit in the box already that I can just like take. Like we have a unique collection tab for the guild. I got one, you know, for the guild, and you can have one of every unique in there as like a lending library. And a lot of the uniques in that game are shitty in the long run, but they're very, very good for just like going through the campaign. A lot of them are only really useful early on. That kind of changed with one of the league mechanics where you can level them up, but still. That makes it a lot better and easier. And yeah, we have so many guild slots. Join. Let me know after stream. I will I'll get you in there. You can. I think one of the craziest things about. Well, I know I am not getting through this room right now. Let me just explain. Yeah, I'll have to send you an invite. Just in the PoE2 channel in the Discord if you're in it, which I'm assuming you are. Just at me and let me know your username and like number or whatever, so I can add you. And I will. But yeah, the craziest thing that you can benefit from with shared items from other people is you can make and use support gems of any level right away. They aren't level gated like skill gems and shit. So you can have like the best support gems and jeweler's orbs too, if you know, they're given to you. You can have like your starting skills have like as many fucking materia slots and good materia in them. Let me convert this to the rest of my audience. Path of Exile 2, the skill system is very much like materia, but except they're all linked. You know, like by default, everything in that game, when you put more like extra skill gems on the skill that you're using, they act as like linked materia, but you get all the effects of it. All the support gems that you put on, they're like materia. Okay, enough about PoE. I'll get you in the thing. That'll make it a lot easier to get through campaign because it's we got a lending library of shit. All right, where am I? I'm in the dungeon, right? Whoa. This reminds me of Demon Souls. All like the sticky white stuff snails that are like stuck on the ceiling. You can like shoot them down. I should be. It's actually good I'm getting these because I'm sure if I didn't look up, I would have gone onto that platform and gotten destroyed. Because they all would have dropped like a bomb. Bombs. So I'm not getting the arrows that they're dropping. I'll get some later though. I just hit the wall? Question mark? You can just do that? Hold up. Maybe you can't. What's going on here? The effect is so weird. What is this? Don't tell me. Are you sticking, man? Yeah, that's me. What the fuck? It's shaking, but it's not breaking. It's probably something else. Maybe it's time to bring these back, actually. Perhaps. Or unless there's some shit on the ceiling I have to shoot, and it's just like, oh yeah, you got the bow, so yeah, use the bow for the next 15 solutions. It almost certainly is. That. Don't tell him. Yeah, that's exactly the point. Would I get a hint? Nope. But thank you for asking. Oh, good thing there's a hole in this grate so I can shoot through it? Question mark? The whole thing is full of holes. Would I get a glass of lemonade? That'd be swell. They don't break. Did I even need the boots for that? Did they help me push through it? Or could I have just done that raw? No. Just roll. Okay. That's stupid. Like, you would think that hitting it and rolling into it would generate the same whatever. I should remove the Diablo that's in the PoE/Diablo channel in the Discord. Nobody fucks with Diablo. Unless it's like D2, but you know. People really just use that for Path of Exile. You know, like all like 4 or 5 people that talk about that game or play it. And it's pretty cool. Link's ass is fatter than Midna's? Well, I mean, we're talking about relative proportions here. Proportionally, it's different. Diablo 4 kind of good now. I don't even know enough about that game. All I know is that, like, the problems that people commonly had with it is that, like, so much of what you would do with all the, like, randomly generated uniques that aren't very unique at all, and you would just, like, press the mark as trash button, and it was just, like, the experience of that game was just, like, you know, like, cashing in, like, collecting a bunch of, like, empty soda cans to, like, get 5 cents a pop for, you know, with the uniques of that game. Like, they were just, like, not cool. And that's, like, just one of the things. I don't really know. I only know vaguely how Diablo 2, with, like, all the expansions and whatnot, what was sick about that game, like, rune words and whatnot. I don't even know why, like, what the deal is with endgame and that, and why you would need to get your character powers so high for Diablo 2. But, you know, I just don't know about it. Mythic uniques that are rando rolled now? Oh, like actual how uniques are supposed to be? Oh, dude, I just ran out of arrows, but there's a fucking... Ah! I bet I could just use the standard, chitty thing for this. There's no ammo either. Okay, let me get some ammo. What do you do in Diablo 4 endgame anyways? Because, like, in Path of Exile 2 endgame, you know, you have all of, like, the individual kind of, like, sections of content, like, oh, here's the Breach expansion content, here's the Abyss content, here's the Delirium mirror content, here's the Vaal Temple from last League, and it's not as fucked up and weird and broken this time, maybe, you know? And also here's the overhaul to the expeditions, expedition content, which is this League's new thing. It's just pushing endgame so you're beef enough for Uber bosses. Is there a point to, like, doing that Uber bosses? And how Uber do they get? I guess, like, asking this question for any of these games is kind of redundant, because it's kind of the same in Path of Exile 2 if you think about it. It's just like, yeah, you're juicing up your character. You know, it's very similar to, like, Stranger of Paradise if you're trying to go for, like, say, like, floor 100 in the, you know, the thing. Right, just like a very basic idea of the same thing. You like the game so much that you interact with the crafting systems to, like, almost endlessly raise your character power. But what makes this more meaningful is that, you know, it's multiplayer, and it has, like, a trade economy, and other leagues like hardcore, like, you know, permadeath, and then also solo self-found, no trade, hardcore solo self-found, you know. Uber bosses have trillions of HP because of the power creep. Yeah, and that's what, like, makes the game possible to play and progress, like, endlessly, and that's just kind of cool if you really, really like the game and you still feel like you want to keep playing once you get to the kind of redundancy zone, you know. Though what I really like about Path of Exile 2 and its current league and update is they have the ability now to sacrifice your character so that everybody else online in the same league that you're in gets an Atlas passive point for, like, the, you know, the skill tree of the endgame maps. Is that, can you do that in any league, or is it only specifically hardcore that lets you do that? I think I just need arrows. I think this town is finished. I just ran out of fucking arrows because I was spamming them. That kinda sucks. I don't know how far back I have to go to drop an enemy that has those. Oh well. I guess I know where I'm going now. It's any league, but somebody has to do it per league. Okay, yeah, so you don't... It's not like you're benefiting people in hardcore SSF. That's good. It's good that, because that's kind of... That actually does give the game a true sense of, like, finality in terms of, like, the league. You know, you don't just play it until you're bored. That's what most people do in general, but, like, there is actually kind of, in a sense, a final objective, and it's get to level 100, which is insane. It's like RuneScape scaling of, like, the EXP differential between, like, 95 and 100 is, like, the same as 1 to 95 or something. Roughly. Same concept, though. But, like, you get the character to level 100, kill yourself, and then everybody else online benefits. That's like, there's your goal. That's such a cool way to give that game, or any game that works like that, a final objective. That's really cool. What's the song cut for levels before it gets bad? I want to say, I don't really have the best example. I'm sure if you looked at like the amount of EXP needed per level, you'd get a better answer. But anecdotally, I want to say 90 is where it starts to get a little crazy. I think my highest character was 95, maybe 94 or 3. I don't remember. But yeah, that's where you get into the territory of, like, it's several hours per level, if not double digits per level, and a death sets you back hours because you lose EXP. They made it less crazy at the lower levels, like 70, maybe 80, in terms of how much EXP you lose on a death. You never D-level. When you get the level, you got it. You don't ever D-level, but you lose like the EXP like 2 next level. And that can, yeah, that can be a several hour set. But there are some ways, like you can buy condoms from the trade market. Omens that like once per instance, once per map or whatever, a death, it'll prevent 75% of the EXP loss. It's just like once per map or area or instance that you're in. So you can buy condoms. I don't know how much they cost nowadays, but yeah, 90s where it chugs. 10% EXP loss on death. I thought it scaled up per level. Is it always 10%? I thought it was more or less than that, depending. Always 10. At any level? For some reason I thought that, like, dying a bunch in the campaign... I think it is modular. I don't think it's always 10%. Can you double check that? Because I remember dying a bunch of random shit in the campaign when I had like no elemental resistances and whatnot, just fucking around with like glass cannon stuff and not losing like my entire EXP bar or anything. XP loss starts at 60. Okay, yeah, so like right when you get to end game or end game is about where that starts. Interludes are like getting you to 60. And there's no way it's only just 10% though. Like, no matter what? Maybe it is. Or maybe they changed it a little bit. I thought that the EXP loss... Like, the higher level up you get, the more you lose per death. But maybe that's just me noticing it more because it sucks so much more to die at 90 than it does at 80, perhaps. Okay, new zone. Let's focus up. But let me know if there's more to that EXP loss. Or if it is just that. Looks like Dark Souls 2. Actually, I made that joke earlier. It looks like Demon Souls 2-2 region. Some of the enemies look like it too. About to fight Flame Lurker. I'm really high up. And this... Have I been through this zone? There's a chest down there that's open. Yeah, I've been... Have I? That chest is open. Look at the map. I have been on the bottom floor, yeah. This is the second floor. Yeah, it just looks weird and different from all the way up here. Oh, here we are. Alright. I like that you can seamlessly go from, like, C-stick first person to using the bow first person. That's very fucking nice. Probably what it's for. Oh, fuck. This game is very pleasant and smooth to play. Obviously, it helps in playing it at 120 FPS right now, but, you know, at any frame rate, it plays like this. It's like the Nintendo first party promise. It's just giga polished. Obviously it has tech and exploits the further back you go in the games, but like, you know, playing normally, perfectly swell. How the fuck did Tears of the Kingdom have a duplication glitch? And I know it got patched out, but that's a crazy thing for a game to have. Maybe not so crazy actually. Plenty of examples of that. Kill these birds real quick. Oh fuck. Be careful with my ammo a little bit. I don't want to get walked out when I have to do a bow puzzle. There's a new one every week. Yeah, I remember that. They just kept finding new ways of doing it because the game was so fucking open-ended. Now that... If it weren't for the fact that... Isn't Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom kind of long? Like, the difference between Dark Souls 1 versus, like, Elden Ring? Open world nature? Because the way that those games are, and, like, the whole point of them being, like, very open-ended, like, physics-based puzzle solution, multiple solutions, that interests me quite a bit. It's just too bad it also... I'm just not super keen on open world, very, like, you know, like, extended, like, as a streamer. As a casual gamer, that'd be probably, like, very cool, but as a streamer, the idea of a playthrough of something like that, and even Elden Ring, you know, taking that long, I don't like that concept. Unless, obviously, if it was some shit like Kingdom Hearts, but, you know. Oh, I think I thought about this and, like, asked this question a long time ago. Do you think Kingdom Hearts 4 might have a chance of adopting the new wave of, like, Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring, SMT5 kind of style, open-ended, open world? Maybe not SMT5 as much, but, like, especially compared to the older ones, though. No? Oh god. I kinda hope not. I doubt it. I'm tired of that. Well, you're tired of it in, like, every other game, but what if... I feel like Kingdom Hearts, that could be a different conversation. Full open world, how would they work world hopping into it? World hopping. I guess, yeah, you know, that might be something that isn't compatible with Kingdom Hearts conceptually, unless KH4, like, well and truly changed the fuck out of everything. Yeah, maybe it was just Quadratum, but then the rest of the world sequences were linear and, like, normal size and pace. But if Quadratum was, like, this very big thing, like a hub, you know, maybe they're getting away from the world map and the gummies and shit, and Quadratum is instead, like, a physical playground in which there's a lot to it. It's open-ended. You know, maybe even a lot of optional, like, part of this formula. Elden Ring was full of this. Breath of the Wild as well. It's part of the equation here when you're talking about, like, oh, it's open world now. Here's all this slop. Here's all these, like, little slop sections that you can do as many or as little of as you want, right? And it'll, like, raise your character power, you'll get stuff kind of randomly and indecipherably. Like, you don't know if this dungeon in Elden Ring is going to have this really sick ring that's going to give you an 8% boost of something that kind of sucks, you know? But yeah, like, here's some content to do. If you really like the game, you can do a lot of it. Or if you're neurotic, you're going to not enjoy it, but you're going to do all of it, and it's going to burn you out in the game, you know? We're putting the power in the player's hands, and it is now their responsibility to pace out their experience, you know? Could be, like, that's the thing that could be good, could be bad, depending on the game, or especially the player. But more so the player than ever before. But when we're talking about Kingdom Hearts, if Kingdom Hearts 4 were to have something like that, I think it would be cool. Though, let's not forget, the game is going to be a lot like Kingdom Hearts 3 in game feel. Could be, depending on how much they can get away with that, or, like, make that interesting in new ways. If the game's fun, then that'd be cool. But as a streamer or content creator, that would be, I would like that. Depending on if it didn't suck absolute ass for its own reasons. Like an open world optional side content filled Quadratum, and then, like, the linear normal experience. But wouldn't that be neat, though? Like, forgetting all this open world shit, or, like, but still, like, Quadratum being a big central hub of the game. What if you got to all the Disney worlds and whatnot, or whatever worlds that they have in that? I don't even know anymore. None of us really do. Star Wars is there somewhere, right? What if you got to different major areas of the game, whatever you want to call them, by going around Quadratum instead of selecting it in a world map and then driving there? I think that's something that KH4 is really going to get away from, because it doesn't make sense for the gummy ships to exist in unreality. You know? That's something that they're like seriously going to have to, or maybe not seriously have to do it, but more like very strong likelihood that this aspect of the formula is going to be different. If they do some cop-out bullshit where like within the first like 2 hours of the game Sora gets back from unreality, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Unless there's a good reason for it or they do it in a cool way. But if like first 2 hours of the game you're in Quadratum and then after that, well, we made it back and here's the world map and gummy ships, fucking Chip and Dale in my ass. They're small enough, right? They can fit. Then that would make my dick so soft. Anyways, I should take a break before I get into more of this. We're almost done with this dungeon, I think. How close am I to the end of this dungeon? I got 2 out of 3 pieces, and I'm here. You know he's gonna be doing one world before he sees Xehanort again. He's gonna be young Xehanort. It's gonna be a different kind of Xehanort, though. Maybe. He's gonna be an amigo. It's gonna be like the trio of young Nort and Strelitzia, likely. Halfway? Really? It's been like 3 hours. Though I have been yapping like this. That's not impossible to believe. Temporarily go back, but the universe keeps booting him back out. You need the third piece, then it's go mode. Okay, let me take like a 5-minute break. It's 1 AM, I'll probably go for at least 1 more hour. But give me another 5-minute stretch, water, you know. BRB. Let me find a good place to sit and go first person. Maybe I'll just pause the game like a normal fucking streamer. Go to a break screen like a normal streamer. I like making up and break screens. For whatever I'm playing, like this. That's perfect. Okay, I'll be back. I'm back. Let's continue. That song, the two songs they just played were Evolution from Majin Tensei 2 and Sourpuss, arranged version, also from Majin Tensei 2. Okay. Exclamation point, playlist for my playlist. Public. I should try and get like an on-screen display for what's playing. I think I can get that now that I have this monitor set up. Alright, 2 pieces. Third remaining. We'll see if I can clear this in the next like hour or so. I don't want to stream too much longer past that. I started hella late today, and I'm trying not to normalize starting so late, and especially streaming so late, for my own sake. But, you know, see what I can do. Majin Tensei 2 Noseball. That game and its soundtrack, I remember kind of stumbling upon like meme videos of like, you know, random videos of people dancing to, you know, Majin Tensei 2 songs, and I was like, holy shit, yeah, this has gas. And Marsh also picked up on the same thing, especially, you know, playing that game and making a video about it. The music in it is just so good. That song, actually, that we just heard, there is a, like, they outlisted, like, a 35th anniversary thing for, like, Metaphor, but also, like, all their games. It's just an album that included a bunch of tracks from various Atlas games, new and old. It has a new master of a Devil Summoner 1 boss theme, and it's a really good mix of it. Whoa. It has a, you know, new version of the Devil Summoner 1 theme, or at least a new mix of it, like an official master of it. That sounds better than in-game and all that shit. I don't think there's a soundtrack release of that sounded like that. Maybe there has, actually. But also, there's a remix of Sourpuss from Majin Tensei 2 from the Ryota Kozuka, I hope I said that right, SMT4 or 5 composer. And you can tell because like the titling of the song has like the dash and like the name of the song, or the name of the remix. And it's called Unsurpassed, which is a reference to other Atlas composers calling the Majin Tensei and like Persona 1 composer like the unsurpassed wall of you know, Atlas composers. He died tragically young in a car crash, I think not too long after like Persona 1 or something. But he's just like really fucking good. I only got to make music for like 2 or 3 games, maybe a little bit more. And it's funny that that song, that remix is called Unsurpassed, because it kind of proves the point, because that remix sucks ass. It's crazy for like that composer's standards, you know. It's a dog shit song remix, kind of proving the point. But it's cool because it's the last song on the album, so it's a cool homage. Okay, now I have a bow. I can fuck these guys up. I did not have one earlier. Bitch. Damn. Oh, oh my god, I fucking killed him. He's dead. Oh! That was a little bit more brutal than I thought it'd be. Yeah, quote unquote brutal. SpongeBob kitty roller coaster gif, I know. Bitch. Like, just blow up on this pipe. Like, it fall into the water and linger for a second is like, quote unquote graphic, I guess, relative to everything else in this game so far. This is a PC port, yeah. I am playing on a GameCube controller though, which is sick. Oh yeah. I can fuck this guy up too, bitch. Got a bow now. Bro. M-rated Zelda. You know they want to. I don't think they want to. In fact, I think I know that they don't want to, because that would just be like, yeah, let's just like make a game that's not for our target demographic. Because Zelda games are also played by, like, you know, all ages, but especially, you know, younger audiences. So that would just be like a game where it's like, yeah, let's just like make half as much money. Yeah, we really want to. Has Nintendo ever made an M-rated game? First party? I actually don't know. Geist? What the fuck is Geist? I guess, you know, an example is an example. But, you know, maybe the reason I haven't heard of it is because either it sucked or it sold like nothing. Published by them. Yeah. Not even developed. I'm sure they've published plenty of M-rated games, but first party. This is just like Demon Souls. Like, are they gonna blow up if the flames hit the... This is just Demon Souls 1-1, and earlier we were in 2-2. What the fuck? Demon Souls Dungeon? I mean, this is way before Demon Souls, obviously, but you know. Miyazaki stealing notes of like basic game concepts. I'm kidding. Bayonetta? Bayonetta, you mean? No, that was also just published by them. Though, that is interesting how they... And like, not even the first one, just the second, 2 and 3. Right? It's interesting, though, that they, of all people, got in on that. Even third party, you know, like publishing for them. It's weird that they would do that. Like, oh yeah, we want Bayonetta's 7 feet long legs stepping on my nuts only on the Switch and Wii U. It's interesting that they did that. Oh fuck, I almost rolled into that, you know, rejection. Oh. That's what I would say. Whoa, that was cool. How seamlessly that worked. Well, maybe. Who would have thought? Oh, get the thing. The Nintendo costumes for Bayo were originally more subdued, but Nintendo told them to crank it up so that they could crank their hogs too. That's pretty based. You know, I guess maybe it's different. Maybe it's a little different in terms of what they consider acceptable, because it's like, it's not like, it's different because it's femdom media rather than, you know, the other way around when it comes to sexo in-game content. That probably is a bit more palatable inherently for like stuff that they want. Safe horny. What does that mean? I mean, I know I've seen that phrase mostly as a derogatory, and I kind of agree at face value, but like the term safe horny, I feel like the way that that's used, it can mean a lot of different things. Or like people using that as a derogatory to talk shit. Oxymoronic. Not necessarily. Safe horny. This is a new word for softcore. Why are we inventing new words? We already have the word softcore. Californication. Dream of. Oh my god. I just shot that out of the air. Halo 3. No, I shot him. I thought I hit the arrow. Maybe I did hit the arrow and it knocked it back at him and killed him. Is that what happened? Whatever. LARP is just a new word for poser. Yeah, and it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. Because it's like word of the year, it gets spammed more than it should. People are just like misappropriating the word. It's just becoming a million different things than just the word poser. It's not the word for softcore. Bayonetta is quote-unquote safe horny, but like some Genshin characters are unsafe horny. Unsafe? Okay, so what you just described was softcore versus hardcore? Kinda. It's just the fucking like new Reddit, Twitter, 4chan, maybe not even 4chan, but like way of saying these things. Big raid in chumming. Yo. Safe horny, horny, unsafe horny. No, it just feels like it feels like the way that shit works nowadays. We just like are inventing new. We're inventing new ways of saying words that we already have, but because we've just invented a new phrase, it gets used everywhere. People are just figuring out where you can and can't use it, and it makes sense. So, like, as soon as we have a new word or a new term, like LARP, it's gonna show up in like every third fucking comment on Twitter and any discourse. And it's gonna be annoying until they like, until the word gets sort of like naturally, like tuned over time, and then it just wraps back around to just being like, you could have just been saying poser the whole time. Yo, December 9 with the 26 months. Thank you. Like, we could have just been saying LARP is a new word. It's not a new word, but the way that it's being used and used so commonly. Yo, Char, with the raid. The great, thank you. Oh my god, the hit stop! Yo. Thank you for the raid, just in time. What? The hit stop in this game is fucking crazy. This game, the whole game just like freezes when you hit. That's fucking awesome. Thank you for the raid. Are you still on Oblivion, or do you get to, what comes after Oblivion? Summer of Todd. Todd-wise. That would be... New Vegas? Question mark? Going back and forth? Thank you. Fallout 3. Well, in terms of, like, release order. But he's going back and forth between, Elder Scrolls and Fallout. What's he playing? Yo. Fallout 3 next. Finish Oblivion tonight. Yo. Hell yeah. Big finale. I haven't played Fallout 3 in such a long time. I had a 300-hour save file of that on 360 when I was like 11 years old. Instead of just replaying the game, I would just uninstall and reinstall the DLCs, and it would let you do them again on the same save. 300 hours. I'm assuming this is where you put all three of the things when I get them. I could never get into Oblivion and Morrowind. There's just one stupid feature, that like cool feature, but it's stupid that it matters as much to me. I have not gotten all three keys yet, but yeah, good to know. The fucking kill cams in Skyrim, where you like do a kill and you randomly get like a VATS experience, you know? It's small. It's so small, but it means so much to me. Otherwise, like, I can't really get over those games having like Minecraft combat. Even Skyrim, but the fact that the kill cams exist, I nut every time. You know, suplexes and shit. That matters a lot to me, and it just has made it impossible for me to not be so zoomer-brained about games older than Skyrim. Okay, so this is the key door, but I'm assuming there's like nothing else here. Let's go back. Maybe, let me check again, just in case. Why are you guys mentioning Genshin shit? Stop talking about that. We moved on from the me talking shit about your use of the term safe horny, whatever that fucking means. YouTube chat needs to get nuked. Gen shit in bad. Yeah, that's all you gotta say on the topic. Anyways. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I think that town is finished. Command board commands I should even grab for Terra. Terra. All three characters can get Magnet really early. That's the only one. The first command board will always have a Magnet on like the far left end. And you can pick up that Magnet if you land on the right square. You can like loop around in a square until you get the right number to land on it. And then as soon as you land on it and acquire it, yo, scoop? Scoop? I don't have the bottle. Well, I do, but I don't. Drink the milk so I can fucking, what is this? Hold on. Drink. Empty this fucking bottle. There's more. Scoop. Drink lantern. It probably would have been faster to apply to my stupid thing. Okay. Oh, that was just for health. I thought that'd be something cooler. I just used a heal to... I guess I got a better heal out of it. I thought that was gonna be something sick as hell. Just a heal. Auto. Oh, it's auto? Okay, that's cool. I didn't read. I'm ulting to end the argument. Pragmata is bad. You're not wrong. It's pretty true. It's a gold orb. Oh, it's on death? It's on auto life when you die. Okay. Sick. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, command board. Magnet. Yeah, all 3 characters on the first command board can get Magnet. And so the strat is to get that and then immediately suspend the game. First time playthrough? Yes. This is my first Zelda ever. It's the PC decomp. For a recent trailer. I watched the edit. I talked about it there. I guess I have more thoughts since then. Let me stay on topic. You can get Magnet right out of... like, right at the start of the playthrough. Or whenever you can first go on the command board, as soon as possible. And then to save yourself the time of, like, finishing the whole command board and, like, fully getting the, you know, the command properly unlocked, you can just suspend the game. There's, like, a resume feature for it, of all things. And it's interesting. There's a whole system behind doing that. You're not allowed to sell or meld the command. It gets an icon next to it to indicate that it's been stolen from Blockbuster. But they didn't account for this entirely. You can still, like, once you get that magnet in your inventory, even though it's Blockbuster, you know, ID'd, the Moogle will recognize that you've gotten that command and will start selling you magnets. So you can just buy normal magnets. So that's what you can do to get magnet like a whole world or two early. That's for all 3 characters. Everything else beyond that, I don't really know or care enough about, like, getting commands early or like command board exclusive shit, because they all probably suck anyways. Okay, that town is finished. I still need one more piece. I feel like I did this a little bit out of order. Maybe. Yeah, I remember when I made the Birth by Sleep experience video. A lot of the time spent on that was, like, specifically for the earliest fights possible, seeing what is possible to have, like, crazy, like, uber command-wise for, like, early game fights. Specifically, shit I was getting for, like, Trinity armor, to make something funny out of that fight. And you can get another one of these? Baby game. Kinda literally. And the big thing that you can do, beyond getting commands like that early, yeah, getting re-rolling for all of the chance-based, like, really sick melds. You can get, like, you know, 5% Ars Solum in, like, World 1. But also, for commands that you need to, like, actually level up and get, like, higher tier commands early, using the Monstro Mirage Arena, you get access to really high battle level enemies that are a pain in the ass to kill, but with or without 0 EXP equipped on your character, Magnet does, like, fixed damage. Like, the passive damage of the Magnet doesn't deal dog shit, literal 1 pixel damage. It deals, like, a good amount of damage. So with enough magnets, you can just stand there, and hastes too. You can just stand there and refresh the Magnet, and eventually they just all die. And then you get, for like 100 medals, fucking, what was it, victory pose. And, like, whatever the last enemy you killed was, using that command gives you times 4 the EXP of the enemy you just got the EXP for, so it's like times 5 EXP essentially. And that's just good, especially when you have, like, EXP chance. Doesn't EXP chance also apply to command points? I don't remember. Ars Solum or the others. You'd have to look through, I don't know them all off the top of my head, but if you look through, like, the any melding list, they have the, like, the percentages listed, and, like, the Final Fantasy Kingdom.com one is the one I've always used, like, since forever. It shows you if the command is like character exclusive and what the percent melds of specific combinations are. Just look through that and see whatever looks neat, I guess. You can get it doing all that shit combined as early as you want. It takes a while if you really want to get everything. Don't even get me started on what you can do with Dream Drop Distance New Game Plus. I was actually talking about it the other day, the insane shit. Should do a video about both of these topics. But also, like, who Gaff Cage 4 is, oh, actually, we don't know when the fuck that's coming out, so I guess people do Gaff. Doesn't Victory Pose break when you use Walker? Yeah, it does. Because, the game reads, like, the last source of EXP you got. And, when you take a step with Walker, you just get 1. And then you multiply that, so EXP Walker is actively bad. It's also just slow, too. The only way to make EXP Walker good, and this is another thing I want to make a video about, is, like, Steam ports. Steam input, you make a macro for spamming, spamming taking a step forward, like just left stick input up, and set that to the maximum speed. And make it like a toggle, so it just always is happening while the camera is spinning, while you're at low HP. And I forget if it was faster to also be spamming like a full deck of 8 victory poses, or if just taking, I think taking the step was faster because every left stick nudge counts as a new step. And if you just hold the, if you like do the, like tape the controller to do this all day long, you stop moving after 1 minute. It's like, it's banned. The devs banned it. But if you do all that with the Steam input, then you can just like stand there and get from level 1 to 99 passively. I was thinking about doing a stream. Just get a character with all of that shit ready at level 1, and then just, the whole stream is like however many hours just idle. Like I'm not even there, it's just the game. Of like Terra or whatever, just doing that. See how long it takes. Completely idle stream. House MD stream. No, I wouldn't even want to be there. I would not even want to be at the computer. Maybe I would like come in and check in, talk some shit on the microphone a little bit, and then like leave. But just have the stream run and see how long it takes. Because I think I tried calculating the odds, right? Or not the odds, the how long it took to get like X amount of EXP. I think I calculated it to be like 12 or 14 hours, actually. That sounds familiar. I did the math on it on stream once. During like the BBS achievement marathon or some shit. I haven't gone up here, have I? How the fuck did I not know? How did I not realize this is like a boot thing? Okay. Oh my god. I think I finally figured it out where I was going. You have? Oh, I didn't get this chest. At least. All 3 characters? I think just 1 character would be fine. Oh shit. Nice. That was my last one to get another blue orb. I went up here to break that, but I did not get this side, so that's cool. I can't tell where I haven't even gone. Oh, well there's one. Okay. Second floor. Let's go back like 2 or 3 rooms. Alright. It all wraps around actually. Go this way. Oh shit! Oh. I like looked at this guy looking at me and then looked away. I was like, oh, this guy just wants to talk shit. Shot me, spit in my face. Bitch. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, the 3 characters in Birth by Sleep, do they have different leveling speeds or like the amount of max EXP needed to get to level 99, or they all three have the same requirements per level, just like different stats occasionally. You know, that would have been actually a neat thing for that game, is if all three of the characters had a different like KH1 EXP route. Though that actually would have sucked, because like it just means one character would have sucked and one character would have been exceptionally good, because the only levels that matter are the early ones. Really. Like, who needs to get above 50? Unless you're doing MF. It's like one character would be exceptionally good for abusing level ups, and the others wouldn't. In an alt universe, they would all be combo mods. I wonder what BBS would have been like if they actually did make it a PS2 game, like originally planned or like slated. I'm on the first floor. What happened? I dropped down. Don't get distracted. This is a nice game to just like walk around the dungeons and occasionally progress and talk to chat. But I gotta make sure that's not what I'm only here to do. Get back up on the second floor. Oh! Forgot I was gonna do that. I gotta go. Donald's level around. Donald levels up the slowest, right? And Goofy's just like faster for some reason. I'm talking about like not Donald and Goofy versus Sora, but rather Sora's three routes, like dawn, dusk. But yeah, I do agree though. Aqua would have dusk. Would Ventus have would he have dawn or midday? Versus Terra, what would he have? I feel like it's a toss-up between the two. They could have either. You could make an argument for both characters. No, I think Terra would be midday. Ventus would be dawn. Suppose. Dawn is presented as like the kind of immature choice, like, oh, get it now, you know, like the instant gratification. Also, it being like the best fucking one, practically, in that game. But I guess you could also apply that to Terra, because, you know, he lets the power of darkness seduce him, and now he's like a Darth Vader, essentially. So that's why I could also say that Terra could be, you know, Dawn. Or, like, if you're just going with, like, the name itself, Dusk, you know, that's a bit more darkness themed. I don't know. Ventus easy mode, he'd be Dawn. Yeah, if that game had any mechanics that actually, you know, tied into the characters that you're playing as in any meaningful ways, you know, instead of just cosmetically, like, oh, you can do fast attacks as Ventus, but nothing fucking matters because you shouldn't be doing attacks at all. You made the game wrong. Then sure, but, you know, the game wasn't made well. I knew it was gonna fucking happen eventually. I wanted to hit him with a spin attack. I could just shoot them in the fucking... Whoa. There's just Demon Souls 2-2. I said that earlier, but... enemy type. Is Ventus easy mode? I actually always thought Aqua was the easiest. Especially level 1 crit. Level 1 crit Aqua is easier. Well, honestly, all three characters on critical mode. Level 1 is easier / more convenient than normal leveling. Because if you're normal leveling, you have to level up. If you're level 1, you get like a fixed damage. You get like fixed damage. And things that deal like a bunch of hits that are low damage, the floor of all those hits gets raised and makes those attacks extremely good. Like Spellweaver is... it like melts bosses once you build it up, if you do it right, you know. Though you get one shot. Well, I mean, you could just meld second chance and once more, like almost instantaneously, so what does it matter, you know? If it were KH1 and 2, that's a different equation. You get those leveling up and then you don't have them and it balances it out. Oh, I guess KH1 actually, level 1, you get second chance built into level 1. Things aren't allowed to one-shot you if you have full health. Only on full health, though. Which is actually kind of neat. And KH2 is just made well, so level 1 is actually, like, pretty much a level 1 experience. But yeah, BBS, level 1. You get so many benefits from having the ability on itself, no matter what level you're at. And you can just make all the abilities instead of needing to level up to get them. So it's like... it's just better. You do really good damage. You don't have to stop to level up like I had to do when I did the, like, PSP version streams of that game. And then also the strats like Sword Bill, Insta-kill and shit. Weird-ass game. If it's the PSP version though, that shit's unplayable. There's no damage buff for level 1. Wow, I could have gotten this like an hour ago if I had just been like, oh, this is the room I didn't go to? Oh, I can pull this door open because I have the bow now. I didn't even need the bow for that, huh? I just didn't pull that open. How much sooner could I have gotten this? This piece? Realistically? I could have gotten this, like... I think I got a piece out of order because of that. And I made it to the room where you put it in without having that. It was just right here. Game was pretty fun. Like that I can just get lost like this. And talk to chat. Right after the bow. Nice. Do the same thing I did so many years ago. It's interesting. That's one thing that has always been weird to me, like, about streaming new games, especially, like, old classics like this. You know? Like, having chat, like, not backseat or anything of that sort. Being a fully grown adult, give or take, and having these experiences, especially on stream where, you know, I'm not fully paying attention to the game like I would be if I was sitting alone in here, right? And experiencing things like, oh, I ran past that, I didn't realize, and I looked around for like an extra 2 hours when it was just like right there, you know? It's interesting having those experiences as an adult, because when you're a kid you don't really care, or like you get through it eventually, or you stop playing the game and you never come back to it for like weeks, you know? But when you have that experience as an adult, you feel like an idiot. But at least I have an excuse. Talking about other video games that suck ass instead of paying attention. Right, yeah, because I got the bow, I can shoot the eyes out of this, and then they became objects again, I can pull them. Okay. Yeesh! Oh shit. I got the master compass. Like you have a bunch of idiots in your room asking you about KH while you're trying to focus on games that aren't Kingdom Hearts. That's true. And I'm indulging them. You like Evangelion? Oh yeah, big time. I had a huge Evangelion phase when I started this YouTube channel. There are a lot of references to it in my older videos. Black Butler. No, I don't. I haven't seen it. Yeah, let's just get right now. I want to see what this compass does. Try it out. Wait, is the compass... is it like a... like getting the map? Oh yeah. I got one of these in a previous dungeon, didn't I? Where you could see the icons and shit. Or am I thinking of a different game? Have I gotten this item before? In a previous dungeon? Yes? Okay. Been a hot minute. Well, there's the boss. Now I have the key. Let's go. Can't get that chest without a later item. Probably like the claw, right, or some shit. Yeah, I won't bother. I wonder which way is faster. I'm just gonna go straight. Fuck it. Oh my fucking god. Go mode. What is the randomizer experience like in these games? Because I know that the the Kingdom Hearts randomizers were, kind of based on like some like Macarena of Time randomizers, right? That they had like leagues for and shit, like way back in like 2017 or 18 or 16, you know? Is he Amigo now? He is. It's a lot better for Ocarina because the game that has so many options to get into places early with glitches. True. Yeah, later games are more linear and have less exploits, huh? More like Cage 1 rando. Yeah, that interests me because the way that, like, we got Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer and that was like a huge moment for, yeah, at least like Kingdom Hearts heads, but it also felt like, is it accurate to say that other games started getting randomizers with similar, like, clear criteria as Cage 2 rando? Or am I kind of hallucinating that? I feel like that was a thing that I recognized was like, oh yeah, a bunch of all of these other games are getting like proof-based randos. I actually have no examples to think of, so I might just be making that shit up. Because I want to say that the Cage 2 randomizer was inspired and heavily based around how, like, Zelda randomizers worked, just like translated to Kingdom Hearts, and it's the proofs that made it, you know, the thing, and the garden. Remake the good Cage 1 random for the new versions. You know, I was actually wondering about that because I recently reinstalled like all my Kingdom Hearts installation shit and like all the mods. There's I guess there's the AP rando for 1, but I've never tried that, and I've been told it functions more like Cage 2, but there are options for it. I think the Denhanator rando is just kind of obsolete, at least in terms of not being updated, but it might just be like better. It's a nightmare to set up. I think I tried to set it up once too, and I had the same reaction to it. But it can be done. Try it again. I played Cage 1 AP rando recently. It didn't look much different from the normal Cage 1 rando. There are certain quirks of the Kingdom Hearts 1 randomizer because of like the person who made it / like how it was made, differences between 1 and 2 at the time. I was told that the AP randomizer is able to function more like the Cage 2 randomizer. Like one example I can think of, and maybe the only example I have is holy shit, there's somebody. Hold up. He was nuts. Oh! Okay, jeez. The noise. Right, in the Denhanator. In the Denhanator Cage 1 rando, right, there's the 2 criterias for like unlocking the end of the game and being able to beat it. You know, getting all 4 emblem pieces to go through the door, and then you can progress through the rest of the game end game normally, or get all 8 raft items and skip straight to like final anthems, right? But also some smaller things like trinities and magic upgrades are, you get them in the same location still, like all the same locations, all the same checks, but the spell that you get or the trinity that you get is randomized within its own drop pool, its own check pool. And I was told that the AP rando can have it so that like you can get a thunder upgrade in a chest. And I don't really like the idea of it being like Cage 2 where like, oh, thunder upgrade in a chest. I want it to be like the logic of Cage 1, like the Denho rando, where it's like, okay, well, I started Olympus, I got Blizzard instead of Thunder. That means that the other Blizzard upgrades are going to be in like Atlantica and wherever the hell you get Thundaga, right? Like it was kind of linear in that sense. There was some logic to it as a restriction that they were working around. But maybe you can set that up to be like that in AP. I just don't know. I've never perceived it. It's just random magic locations. I guess I'm just gonna keep the old pre-Steam Epic Cage 1 install that I have and just play that random forever then. Cool. I mean, I don't need anything else then. Maybe one day I'll try it though. I don't know. I have to at least try it once. Alright, boss time. What the fuck? Old hero, Demon Souls. Demon Souls music too, that synth tone. Actually, it sounds similar to the old hero theme as well. That specific note, at least. Everything else, not so much. Oh fuck, he's not changed. Igniter? Virus. Very creative name for the fire demon. His name is Virus. Alright. Fire Virus. That doesn't do anything. This is a good time to talk to Midna. Wall bounce. Take advantage of this, or is he just gonna hold him? Don't tell me. Grab. Grab, you dumbass. Grab the chains. Oh. Where am I putting them? Oh, the boots! The boots! I just thought of that. Man, I really see why these games are so beloved. Imagine, like, you're like 7 years old and you figure that out. Just by pressing buttons, you know, like randomly trying shit. You probably feel like God. As a 7-year-old, you're like, oh, you can grab it and then, like, equip the boots and you can pull his leg down? I mean, I'm feeling pretty good after doing that too, but, you know, kids game. First every time? Oh. I was thinking more about the bow. I forgot I got this. It was the last stream I got these fucking boots, but, you know, I used them all fucking dungeon long. Of course. They're making me use 2 gadgets now, instead of just 1. But the whole dungeon is fucking based around. Kids game is leveling up. What does it make me do? And I'm 26 years young. I'm 62 years young. Oh, wow. Bitch. Oh. Yes! Gave us a second. The Wii version lets you strafe while aiming? I wonder if there's a setting for that. This is the PC port after all. It has a bunch of features from other versions in it. I think it's cooler though not being able to do that. But that would be hella helpful. He died. He blew up. Uh-oh. Got to. Zant.
good if any you want it. Which way you was? Ask me to you need. What it
It really does have a lot of like nocturne core visuals. Those are my colors right there, black and cyan. Demi-Fiend tattoo looking ass. Or
what wicked you was good.
let me just double check this room. I don't know why my first instinct was to pick these up and start throwing them at him. This is fun to do. I've done that to like every NPC that has these in the room with them. Oh, is he Goran? I almost didn't talk to him. Does it matter? I'm gonna talk to him. Maybe there's some bullshit like old game design. Talk to him 5 times and then, you know, Pinocchio tells you where to go through Monstro, right? No, he ain't got that. He ain't got all that. Get me out of here. Dungeon complete. Default textures? No, these are, I got, like the official HD textures. I forget which version. Wii U HD version. He gave you Cure if you talk to him more. Oh, that's a way better example. Talk to Aerith 3 times specifically, and you get Curaga. That game is crazy for that. And I think I remember, like, the first real time I played that game, finding that myself somehow. And thinking to myself, like, oh, good thing I did that, you know? Game is crazy. KH1 kind of is just the best one, isn't it? Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 heads, kind of gave up a little bit on saying, KH3 better than KH2. Now they're just like, they're running a side offense of oh, actually KH1's better. And like, they're not wrong, but you know, you guys have they have weird motivations for that. I don't know. I'm joking mostly. Anyway, shut up. Zelda's talking. That's Zelda, right? That kid. KH2 heads throwing hate at KH1. I don't think any real KH2 head would talk much shit about KH1, except for like maybe a few. Well, I mean, this is all just like useless conversations of generalizing people on the internet. What does it fucking matter? You know, everybody has an opinion that's slightly different from each other, but when people are emotionally fucking overwhelmed by other people's opinions that they disagree with, everybody gets lumped in where it's like, oh, KH2 has a talking shit about one. Oh no. Who cares? Grow up. True. Internet is crazy. Swag. Dungeon complete. And when it says 1FM is clunky outside of the platform, is not a serious person. Honestly, that take makes sense to me, to be completely honest. If anything, I might have kind of a reverse take, because, like, the platforming, any parts where you actually have to do that, especially early on, like, high jump, I always have felt like the jumps are a little bit further spaced away from each other than they should be with a game that has, like, no real, like, movement mechanics past, like, before getting, like, you know, glide, and it's like, whatever. But when it comes to players that get their hands on Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time and they write off as clunky or whatever, that stupid fucking word, right? I can already see how they're playing the game. And you imagine this with me, right? It's Kingdom Hearts 1. There are a bunch of, like, red nocturnes, flying enemies, small hitboxes in the room, right? And they're walking at them and pressing the attack button, you know, without jumping, without using magic, right? If you're doing that, the game's gonna feel like dog shit, you know? People are assuming that this one button hack and slash is, you're supposed to be able to get away with that, and, like, later games will let you, especially part 3, right? The game moves for you with how, like, gap closing everything is in that game, even default moves. But when you play KH1 and you don't have any, like, gap closers, and you're not jumping before your swings to, like, hit aerial targets, or, like, trim the end lag of your moves, if you are, like, getting into that level, you're gonna think it's clunky, and you're gonna be right, but only because you don't know the good shit. And you're not gonna ever think that, because you're not gonna think that that game is capable of that when you already think it's clunky, and it's a, you know, Disney action kids game, right? They just don't know the good shit, and they're not gonna respect the game enough to realize what it is. But yeah, it's an extremely responsive game. It's like, you know, the jumping as well. You know, like, frame 1 jumps, the frame that you land on the ground, any action that you're doing gets, like, cancelled, you know? Yeah, I was pissed when I found out that fucking Smash Brothers Melee, you have to press a button in order to have the same thing happen. It doesn't just happen automatically. I'm like, dude, are you kidding? Yeah, this game feels nice. Meter emote. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, that actually be a really good idea if I had an emote of, like, 1, 2, or 3 of those fucking form change arrows. Or a GIF. I'll think of something. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, there's always been a weird dilemma between how... God, it has so many annoying parallels to fucking, like, say, like, Melee, I guess. In terms of, it's so, like, ostensibly simple of a game. They made it for it being simple. Yo, Golden Heretic Snakeboat with the raid, thank you. We're just about to wrap it up for the night, but I'm yapping about some more Kingdom Hearts shit, obligatorily. The paradox of a game that it's like a one-button game, it's meant to be very simple and, like, easily approached, but when it very secretly and indirectly has... Amayu, thank you for the 29 months. When it has so many ways that... So much that you can glean out of it to elevate the gameplay in, like, non-implicit ways, you get the disconnect between what people are gonna say, like, game journalists that pick up the game and they're like, replaying this game is fucking miserable after all these years, versus, you know, you're like Nintends of the world, Violin, Speedrun, Stickman Sham, Bloody Biscuit, whatever the fuck's influencers of this realm that, like, you know, you see us doing, like, some deep freeze spam, you know, actually using Blizzard because it's 10 times better of a spell when you know that you can just land on the ground. You can use it in the air, land on the ground, and then jump in the air, use it again to be able to do that spell like 5 times faster, more than normal. Right? So there's just a big rift between people that are going to pick it up for the first time, talk shit about it, versus, like, people that have, like, the esoteric knowledge that the game doesn't even necessarily require out of you, or ever instruct you to do, or require you to do. But it makes the game so much fucking better when you figure it out and do it. It's just, how are you going to figure that out under the circumstances? Raid and run. Oh, that's fine. I'm not gonna hold you fucking emotionally hostage as I'm like, oh, tell me about your stream. Tell me about every minute of your stream. I know how that feels as a streamer when you raid somebody and then they keep asking you questions. I'm like, bro, I gotta fucking shit. Anyways, I am done for the night. It's nice to do like one dungeon major section of this game in a stream. I'm hungry as hell. Is it saved? Auto saves, but I'll just manually save. Mario 64, this game rules versus this game sucks thing. Oh yeah, that's actually... Yeah, that video, that little meme that demonstrates the point. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I should make a video of that, but with KH1 and like the example I just described. Yeah, that's a evergreen meme. I'm surprised they did that for Mario 64 of all things. Green Gill. You know what's funny is that I have bluegill in like my local, like, you know, lake. Not green gill, but bluegill. I should fish for that on stream. I should do a fishing stream. Anyways, I'm out of here. I don't know when I'll be live next. I never do. Necessarily. But I'll be back soon with something. Maybe more of this, maybe something else. But, have a good night. Let me see if there's anybody else I can pass all these raids onto. I got them like double raid. Not really. Okay. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the credits reel if it works properly today. See ya. Where the fuck is the button for the god? I got my Havel shoes. Come on, bitch. Question mark? What do you mean? Yeah, the prompt was great. Maybe I'm strict timing. No backseato. But thank you. Fuck you. That's what I assumed. How strict could this fucking kids game be anyways? Brute!
Playing Peak IC.
Reaper, sucker up. That doesn't do anything. This is a good time to talk to Midna. Wall bounce. That doesn't do anything. This is a good time to talk to Midna.